Hello, folks. It's a blast from your past of your dry delight, which is hold on. All right, I'll quit with the voice. Well, not really, because I'm pretty sure that this thing is transferred over here. But hey, let's quit with the voice. Quit with the voice. All right, there we go. All right. Let's be less city this time. Anyway, this is your dry delight, which is a 1930 type of game. I'm pretty sure. It takes place during this is quote me if I'm wrong, takes place during the Prohibition era of America. Yep, set in the 1920s Prohibition era America, this romantic comedy follows Detective Richard and his adventures as he attempts to rival a liquor industry. So yes, who wants a drink? Cause yeah, I started this a bit early because I found out the horror game doesn't fucking work. Oh, on my computer at least. So I'll I'll do Panzer Hearts tomorrow. Then I might do a podcast on Friday. So anyway, folks, let's get this started. And this is the gallery. Let's return options. I don't care about that. The glossary, window, text speed, auto speed, slow it down. Fucking jamming music. Well, keep it a bit down though, just in case it's copyrighted. So it'll be in the background if you guys can hear it. Yeah, there. So, alright, folks, let's get going. Sorry I'm late. I was busy doing homework. Yeah, that's good. This is the 1930s. Horror game doesn't work on my PC, so I'll just do podcasts on Friday instead. And I'll do Panzer Hearts tomorrow. Anyway, what a lovely night. Oh, wait, 1930s. Yeah, this is also like a very unknown game, so hey, took it to try to lie. Also, there we go. I hope it's working now with the voice. If it's not, I have no idea. Is it? Hold on. Hold up. No clue if it's working or not. Alright, there we go. Yeah. There we go. That's the point of it. It's trying to make it sound like an old radio, but it's not really that well. So I'll just turn it off. No, that's not the one I was looking for. I was looking for this one. Hold on. Huh. This is the one I was trying to go for. But, hold on. Let me just listen to it myself. There we go. Yeah. This is what I was looking for. There we go. Hopefully it doesn't glitch out that much. Alright. I'm just screwing around with that. Let's turn this thing off and let's actually get to the game. Ah, what a lovely night. Oh, it's good again. Yeah, it's a glitchy little thing. I use it for recording. Well, particularly with one voice. Well, what do we say we go get a drink? Hold on. Warnings. I gotta get the warnings. Because I'm gonna put all of it up. Because for mainly, it's the 1930s. So, boss, that's the fifth time you used that joke today. Well, it's your fault for making such a hilarious face every time. Like, can we read that backwards? And hold on. I have no clue. That's the thing, Lika. I have no idea. But the music's really good, so we're playing it. That's literally why I'm here. Why are you here? I'm here for them to play Gangnam Style. Riker. My name is August Riker. It's probably Richer or something, but I'm going to say Riker because it's German. Why not? I'm a detective. Unfortunately, my parents though a nice classic name like James and Jung just wouldn't be good enough for me. I'm gonna procrastinate. Oh, great. Though I thought I'd be down to hilarious to call me July during my training, so I decided by going Richer, which would suit just fine. But Julie, that was it. Leslie. Ricker! Hungry! Oh, Ricker! I'm hungry! Didn't we just have like dinner an hour ago, boss? Might leave once I stop procrastinating. I doubt that. But my appetite for good fast food is never stated. Just my appetite for justice! What do you say? Should we go get some cannoli? Is that a word for it? I don't know. A fellow in Little Italy makes me really fantastic. Little Italy. Little Italies are similar to Chinatowns. They hold large immigrant populations to preserve their culture. It's a small enclave of people. Alright then. Boss. This is no time for cannoli. We've got a job to do. What's a job to do? I'm probably gonna kick the accent like 4 hours in. Again. God, I wish I had someone else audibly here just to yell into the microphone. Oh, but Drafnir's doing good stuff, so yeah. Oh, like it? Are they such a stick in the mud? Screw little Italy, me and my friends. I'll go to big Italy. Fuck off. This fellow right here is my senior partner, Levi Clark. He wears his long hair and has what you might call a girlish face. I thought that was a woman. That's a dude. And so he's seen more as his fair share of teasing too. I thought that. Just kidding. Oh, okay. Okay. That's a dude. That's femboy. Well, but somehow absolutely seems nothing to faze him. Somehow absolutely nothing seems to faze him. Just case in point, he's worried about cannoli, but we're supposed to be tracking down criminals. What sort? I don't know. A true inspiration to us all. Alright. Let's get down to business. Run through the plan like last time one more time, step by step. You're still new to solo assignments, so I want to make sure you've got all the details pat down. Or to say you've forgotten them because you fell asleep during our last meeting? How's that? How's that? This phrase is the older equivalent of come again, or what do you mean? The fuck do you mean? I always say how's that. Anyway. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I clear my throat, straighten my posture. Straighten my own posture. And mentally pull up tonight's agenda. You and Riker split up and gathered information to Cleveland's, which is Ohio's the 5th largest city in America during a prohibition. Cool. Illegal liquor business and enforce Volstead. The Volstead Act, which is what made alcohol illegal. Well, illegal to produce and sell. Not to consume, by the way. I'm heading to the speakeasies. Okay, that should be a thing there. The speakeasies are like a nightclub, pretty much. It's supposed to be illegal, but they were everywhere, and everyone knew who they were and what they were, so, well, on Vass Avenue. No, I'd rather not. And you're meeting with the FBI to scope out some warehouses. Oh, I know that. Yes. Leslie nods with his eyes closed, swiveling a little in his chair. Why is it? I keep flicking up by accident. Leslie nods with his eyes closed, swiveling over his chair, dozing off again. For tonight, my cover is Jack Vaughn, and I work for the city government. Yes, so you can say your job is helping civilians, and it'll technically be true, but you're terrible at lying. Because you're terrible at lying. Now, why did you get into this line of work again? I heard the agency needed detectives who spent their payroll hours hunting for food. Who didn't spend their payroll hours hunting for food? Riker! How cruel! Ow! I cracked something. With a theoretical gasp, Leslie spins rapidly around his office chair like my dry remark just sent him into fucking orbit. Sometimes I wonder what bizarre twist of fate landed us together. Crack him? Oh, God, no. Hurtful remarks aside, it sounds like you're all prepared. I'm sorry, what was the plan again? I would never be a good detective. Unless I had a grudge. Then that would be excellent. We'll be back here tomorrow morning to trade reports, drink coffee, eat donuts. Is it my imagination or is it drilling a little bit? Also forgot. Yeah. And decide our next plan of action, of course. Understood? Loud and clear, boss. I gave him a lazy salute before turning towards the door, smoothing out my vest. Riker? Please be careful. Watch yourself, stay alert, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. And don't do anything you would do. Like what, skipping out on the job to get cannoli? I'm serious, Riker. You're my partner. I don't want you to be turned into a Swiss cheese by a Tommy gun. It's a Thompson machine gun. How the fuck would you not know that? It would be easier for him to say like a Chicago typewriter or something. My pit bull just attacked me. I'm dying. Oh no, it was a pit bull. It's not that bad. He would use a food metaphor. So promise me you'll be careful, alright? I worry about you when you're off solo. Okay then, don't worry. I've got this. I feel like he's trying to permission to leave home. He doesn't know I've done other uncommon missions, right? No need to worry about me, boss. If you're extra surprised, I can tie my own shoes too. So you've been letting me tie them so I wouldn't get my feelings hurt. Ah, I'm touched. But she eats toddlers and I have the strength of a toddler. Ah, I see. Weak. Can I just say the fucking music's nice? It's just nice. He flashes me a playful grin, although it doesn't seem much to concern. Now my family's forcing me to leave. No, just dragging you like a nail's bloodied after you're just scratching yourself on the floor. Like, no! I know him well enough by now to see through his mask, for better or worse. Unless there's anything else important, boss, I'm going to head out. Alright. Leslie pushes himself from his chair, stepping over to get the door for me. I expect great things from your report today. With any luck, we'll be on our way to making Cleveland a boring old town drier than the Sahara Desert. Doesn't sound quite so encouraging when I put it like that, does it? Well, unlike this game, I am on no prohibition. Let's continue, folks. Can't argue there. God bless America, land of the liquor free. I can't say amen to that because, yeah. See you in the morning, boss. Give mail, detective. He reaches out to ruffle my hair fondly, as he often does. I stopped brushing it down a while ago. Wesley always tries to mess it up first thing anyway. We trade weary smiles, and with that I head into the cool night air. Next stop, Riker's first speakeasy. That was great. I had to turn my headset off for that because I don't want to let it load. So there is some explicit themes. So good I put that up beforehand. Password. Password. A gruff voice whispered to me through a slot in the door. The basement of this dingy restaurant echoes with the muffled sounds of swinging music. It's haunted by some ghastly jazz band. That is the only ghost I want in my home. A jazz band. Just do-do-do-do. But that would be the most depressing jazz band ever to be here. Swordfish. There was a long pause. My informant said the password was swordfish. This isn't a setup, is it? If it is, heads will roll by the end of the night. Assuming mine's still... The door swings open before I can finish that thought. Welcome, sir. I'm trying to like stand up to see like the lighting of his face. Please enjoy your night. Thanks, I'm sure I will. I step past a tall doorman, dour doorman, to the loudest place I've ever seen or heard in my goddamn life. I'm gonna turn my headset even more down. Ah! Ah! Alright, there we go. Ah! Yep, alright. Smoke everywhere, defending music, and loitering hopheads. Oh shit. Flappers posing in their risque skirts. I know what flapper is, which is a type of dancer. Drunken saps trying to impress them, which are just idiot. We can get that one. We can understand that. Our famous symbol of the Roaring Twenties in that time, where women traditionally expect to wear long dresses and be morally preserved. The flapper, a woman with bobbed hair, short skirt, and bold attitude, was a backlash against the form of society. All this laughter and cheer makes you wonder what's so criminal about it all. Because it's against the strict state that's been promoting this. Not promoting it, whatever. I don't know. But I guess it's not my job to ask those kind of questions. I'm just following orders, sir. Just following orders. Throw on a little bit. I see the hooch holding crowd. I end up loading for the crowd. Use for alcohol. Got some hooch with me myself. Right. Turn myself up a little bit because I'm realizing this is gonna get louder. Because I left it at like default, which meant that the audio capture for my computer, yeah, pretty loud. But desktop audio I'm gonna leave off. So yeah. The bartender is staring at me. Raise a brow, offering a slight defense. What is it? Is it normal to come to speakeasy and not order any liquor? No. Yeah, you twit. Like, I gotta be honest, man. What? So he's gonna go to a bar and not order liquor? What is with you? No. It's definitely, his face is definitely saying no. Alright, I'd like to order something special. Alright, the special comes out of Ed's bathtub. The fuck? Use their bathtub. Oh yeah, bathtub gin. Oh, that's gin, alright. In order to water down homemade fermented alcohol, bathtub gin was usually disgusting. Our times was used often masked taste by cocktails, which particularly trendy in the 1920s. I didn't know that, but I didn't know you'd make them in the bathtub. Those are left when I freeze in horror. Oh boy, acid. Don't worry, acid taste. Yeah, putting in the one who makes it. Sure bet it does. Still laughing, he uncorks a bottle and pours me a glass of liquor, stuffing a lime slice on the rim. I mean, you could just, you know, squeeze that shit in there. It's like, it's like putting a fancy bow in a pile of horse crap. But I guess I can appreciate the effort. Lift a glass, taking a cautious sip. That face is the man who realized, oh shit, this ain't good. No, we don't spit in this house. That is not the right term. Okay. Alright, without context, this image is very concerning. But we don't spit in this house. Yeah, no. We're drinking that shit. Why? If I can do it, he can do it. What does that do in his bathtub? Actually, I don't want the answer to that. Yeah, you don't. You do not. You do not want the answer to that. As I hold my glass of God knows what and lean back against the bar, my gaze wanders around the crowded parlor. The informant said this place is a key part of the liquor business. Apparently, it's owned by mobster types. Look for the strong guys in suits, motherfucker. Now I think about it, these guys were a little rough around the edges. Not drinking this, they're just watching the patrons. Yeah. Can I just say I'm jealous of this man's hair? Not like the color of it, I just want the length. I want the length of it. I scooted down the bar, getting close enough to overhear the conversation. It's so loud in here I can't make out what they're saying, but I managed to catch a few words. Damn Italians, art turf. Yep, they're mobsters. Damn Italians, art turf. I don't know, is that what New Yorker sounds like? Who am I kidding? I sound like a New Yorker anyway. Them and their cops. Did I hear that right? Did I hear that right? The Italian mob. The majority of their money through supplying corn sugar, a crucial component for making alcohol to bootleggers. Later in the 1930s, a larger consoling group known as the Mayfield Road Mob in Cleveland with a powerful Frank Malone as a head. The Italian mob. So it's red. I wonder who owns this place, then it must be a different gang. I don't know how many endings there are, by the way. I have no idea. I'm gonna look up how many endings your Dreadlight has for this game. And if I need to... I don't know, hope to God. Anyway. Hold up. Sorry. Alright. Okay. Right. I'm gonna check if there are. Or Your Dry Delight. There we go. Your Dry Delight video game. We should be fine. Some kind of deal. Alright. Alright, that'll work. Risky. I strain my ears as much as I can, sensing the conversation about to get more interesting. Hold on, ooh, ping. I got pinged on my phone, don't worry. What? Alright. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. I strain my ears as much as I can since the conversation's about to get more interesting. Just one or two hints, maybe name. Come on! Leak some shit! Only one drink for tonight. For you, my friend? A low, eloquent voice murmurs right in my ear. Humma. Any. Alright, I should stop drinking. No. This culprit smirks at me while I whip my head around in surprise, offering a little wiggle of his fingers in greeting. Tall, suited, and well-groomed, he has unusually refined look to him. He is offering to buy me a drink? One's enough for me. All the ed I can take. That's so. You seem like someone who can take quite a bit more. I think you're just being humble. Oh God, that. You seem like someone who can take quite a bit more. Are you taking in drinks or what? No, really, I like my tongue too much to put it through more of Satan's mouthwash. My dry comment makes a stranger chuckle and flashes me a wink. So that's the problem. I'll never fail. Take good care of that tongue of yours. Fucking excuse me, sir. What is that supposed to mean? Bartender, a fresh drink of the delicate-tongued stranger. Fresh drink for the delicate-tongued gentleman. I did not think he would say that. I thought he was about to do something. Alright. And the usual for myself. He waves at the man behind the counter, who quickly nods. Oh, great. I can't actually get drunk, damn it. It's not like that guy said here just to ruin my investigation. We'll just have to fix you up something that'll tickle your fancy, mister. Excuse me. Trailing off, the stranger raises an eyebrow at me expectantly. Jack. Jack Fawn. Jack, huh? Not the name I picked for you, but I still like it. Really? What name have you picked? Ask me again after you had a few more drinks. As if on cue, the bartender passes me a glass towards me and gently slides a steaming cup towards my companion. Is that coffee? Thank you, Arthur. Anytime. He throws the man behind a wily grin. I can't shake the feeling that I'm the butt of some inside joke here, but maybe that's my detective's paranoia talking. It's your paranoia. You don't drink, huh? I wouldn't call myself a teetotaler. Is someone who completely abstains from alcohol. The etymology of this word is fuzzy and anecdotal, but some may stem from the reduplication of the T for the total abstinences. Teetotaler. Fuck it. But I do like to stay sharp. Right. Well, drinking partner, since you've twisted me into this. Who am I exactly toasting with again? My name is Myler, and I'll endeavor to make sure you won't forget it. Great to know that, sir! How the hell am I supposed to read this guy? If I didn't know any better, I'd almost think he's trying to... L'chaim. L'chaim is a toast to a translation that means to life in Hebrew. Ah, shit, Hebrew pronunciation. It's like, keter? I thought it was meant keto, but it's meant kator. Kator. It's kator. Not kator, like, French, but it's weird, Also, I'm going to start learning another language, which is Korean. Why? Why the fuck not? And I realize it now, after the stream, I may have chose Korea, because it was subconsciously like, oh yeah, random country, Korea. Why the fuck did I choose Korea? I don't know. Exclaiming some sort of toast, he clinks his cup against my glass. L'chaim. I mimic his pronunciation when she nods happily and approve. We both sip our drinks. Not bad as Le Deluxe, but I still feel like I swallowed a gasoline cocktail. Well, yeah, it's the same shit. Why that puckered face, Jack? Not smooth enough for that tongue of yours? He leans in closer, popping his elbow on the counter and glazing at my face. Well, if he's hell-bent on being all friendly, maybe I can pull some information out of him. I bet he knows something. He's got that kind of smug air to him. Yes, woe is me and my delicate tongue. Really, where do they get this stuff? It's all homebrewed. Surely this is a big seller. Of course, they're the biggest seller in town, no less. Keep your eyes the same, dipshit. So he does know. Now I just have to. But more importantly, why don't you tell me a little bit more about yourself? Or a lot more. I promise you, I won't mind. Alright, play crew Riker. He fucking knows. As Carvel would say. I can't mention this, or he'll catch on. He's catched on, motherfucker. He knows. He knows. I'm nobody special, really. Like, I help keep you feeling safe, serve the city, and all that. He smirks deep. His smirk deepens for some reason. There's another average fella here to relax after a hard day's work. Hoping to take the edge off. God damn it, that reminds me of the because I do that as well as my father. Whenever we're hearing a conversation, we're just like, No, when we go, we're listening. If we go, we ain't fucking listening to a word you just said and we want you to shut up. It's like, yeah. It's kind of like you go to the South, you hear that. Like, yep. Are you just gonna sit there and me all night or what? Well, I don't mean to be rude, but I have a sinking suspicion that you're lying. Told ya! I fucking told you, boy! Impossible, we can already. It's bullshit! Is Levi right? Am I really that bad at this? Why don't you be honest with me, Jack? Be honest with you? I'm not. He leans more over, this time snaking an arm about my shoulders and pulling me in close. I swallow, trying to keep a hold of myself as his lips brush against my ear. He can't know, and there's no way he knows. You're really a Simcha, aren't you? A Sim... What the fuck's a Simcha? What's a Simcha? Confused, I steal a side glance from Mayor, his eyes glimmer back at me mischievously. A pimp, of course! What? So you think we a pimp? What? No, you can't fool me with that act, Jack. I saw you looking around earlier for any attractive girls, subtle as a train wreck. Oh my god, I can see it now! That makes sense! Because he's just looking at people like an idiot. He's clearly scoping someone out. But he wouldn't be a cop. Pimp! Lord have Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused. If I have to pretend to be a pimp, I think I'll just run out the door instead. A little laugh spills out of Mayor before he can bite it back. Care to tell me what's so funny, mate? Just teasing. Forgive me. I didn't mean any offense. Nor did I think you'd faint on the spot. But I was quite ready to catch you. Bro, that seems hella gay. Like, I saw in the title, I thought it'd be like a female protagonist. Because you're gonna be romancing men, I was pretty sure. Nah, it's gay. It's Yaoi. It's Yaoi. Which, okay, so, story. My friend, who's big into anime, I asked them, alright, if I were to try to watch some anime, or at least some manga, read some manga, what would you recommend me? And she only would give me Yaoi, which was Boys Love, the gay stuff. I don't know why, but I did read, like, about 5 different books. I don't remember any of it now. I think it was just, like, during one night I was reading them all, like, just, I don't know. It's actually really good. Well, some of them, yeah. I remember one of them, one audio one, which was for audio comic, by C-Dog VA did. I think I listened to it, like the beginning of it. It's good. It's good. Buy it. Alright, you got me. I was just, horrified about my good name might be ruined. Shook me up. Secretly, of course, mostly the one only relieved they didn't see through the lie. That was too close for comfort. Oh, naturally. An upstanding citizen like you is obligated to maintain a saintly reputation, right? I brought bartender, another for the gentleman, if you please. And that's how I got pulled into a knife drinking with my new companion. It soon grows clear that Mayor isn't gonna let anything important slip. He manages to dodge all the questions like a pro boxer dodging punches. Just, yeah. But I'm too invested to turn back. Yeah. I know he knows something. He knows I know he knows something. But we're just dancing around the subject. But as much as I hate to admit it, it's fun talking to him so much that I nearly forget what I came here to do. The way he gives me all of his attention is, well, flattering in a way. So I just stood up from my chair just so the light in the picture will change so I can see the guy's eyes. Motherfucker, get that shit out of your face! Just, I moved my head to do that, but it's no camera. Well, like, banter back and forth, I noticed a sketchy-looking man from earlier throwing glances towards us. Are they looking at me? Or at Mayor? Just trying to get the bartender's attention. I can't tell, but I've got a feeling we're being watched. If you don't mind, Jack, I have a question for you. An elbow nudges against my side, interrupting my thoughts. A question? Sure, I'm all ears. I turn my head towards him, only to see him pressed close to my side. Our cheeks nearly brushing together. You wouldn't happen to be looking for underground work, would you? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused. My heart skips a beat. Are you finally bringing up? Right, you could say that more or less. Well, in that case, how about we make a deal? Shit, I spilt some in my drink. I'll trade you a little business information in exchange for something on your end. He whispers conspiratorially to me lips curled toward in a sly, daring smirk. Something, huh? What kind of something are we talking about here? Oh, I'm glad you asked. His breath lightly tickles my cheek. For a second, my focus gets a little hazy. All I can see are those sparkling green eyes. My mind races through all the things he could want from me. Normally, I'd never think of until bring me a casana cake. A casana cake is traditionally a cake from Sicily, Italy, and consists of a sponge cake, ricotta cheese, and canned fruit, with various types of icing. However, a different type of casana grape gained popularity in Cleveland, Ohio in the 1920s. The La Poule Supuan, a bakery, began making a version filled with strawberries and custard and covered with whipped cream at the behest of the owner's children, who didn't like the original casana. This variation became known as the Cleveland Casana cake, which is still made in Cleveland today. That look of, I'm sorry, that's what you wanted? A Casana cake and the type that Frank pastry on the east side. Mostly certain not kosher, but I won't tell you if you don't. I've heard they changed the recipe to something simply amazing, but let's just say I'm not very welcoming in that neighborhood. I'm not exactly, not exactly the offer I was expecting. A cake, right? Okay. I'll think about it. No promises. Playing coy, are we? Very well. I see how it is. I'm sorry, I blanked out for a hot minute. Cake, right? Not exactly what I was expecting. Okay. Exhales a small laugh that brushes my skin again, sending a little tingle down the nape of my neck. Please think it over carefully, and if you decide to accept my offer, come back here tomorrow night. How does that sound, Jack? I'm fucking invincible, Jack! I'm sorry, I'm just reminded of Metal Gear. I hesitantly nod. Did this wise guy really be part of some criminal organization trading information for fucking cake? As a fat man, I would agree! Cake! Or what type of cake is he talking about? Anyway. Perfect. It'll be plenty worth your while, so keep that in mind. When he finally pulls back, I subconsciously exhaled the breath I didn't know I'd been holding. No matter how much I look, he's acting sweet on me. Sweet on someone is to have a crush on. Of course, it's not like anyone would notice, crowded as this place is. Yeah, Speakeasies was actually a place where most, all communities were hanging out. All social norms were gone. Like, in normal society, men and women didn't really talk. In Speakeasies, no social expectation. You see this drunk bastard walk after another drunk bastard or bitch. So, yeah. It was a time for actual social justice. So, yeah. Do you happen to have a favorite kind of drink? He usually throws another question, catching me off guard. So, yeah. Oh, my phone. There we go. Got a notification there. Catch me off guard. I want to have it ready for you tomorrow night. That's awful nice. That's awful nice of you. Well, my favorite drink, I guess that'd be... Whiskey? Whiskey, of course. Do I look like a guy who drink anything else? Trouble with the other drinks that you've enjoyed tonight. Yeah. Because you're distracting me. Really? Am I that captivating? Yes. You're practically holding me captive from the start, so yes. He lets us start trouble shaking his head. There's something charming about his laugh, maybe the way it comes from the deep in his chest, gentle but resonant. Okay, I looked up quickly. That's why I was kind of pausing a little bit. My phone. There's 3 endings. Because I think it's routes, and you can only once you complete 2 of them, like the 2 starting ones, you get into the 3rd one. So, well, I'll just be playing 1, I think. Because the deep in his chest, gentle but resonant. Whiskey it is then. Uh, Something a mention is a Yiddish term for man, but can be used to refer to women as well. As compliment describes someone who is honorable and compassionate. For the care of your fine pâté, you're acting like I've already made my... You're leaving? Sips last of his coffee and pushes away, smoothing his hair back with one hand. I'm afraid so, Jacob. Business to attend to. Bye bye bye. With a knowing wink, steps away from the counter and slips into the crowd, mingling within the drunken sea. He left so suddenly. I wonder what his business he's attending to. Well, I guess it's something. Oh, sorry. I guess that concludes tonight's investigation. What a ride. Alright. I run through the speakeasy. Mayor pulled me over. I actually pulled one on over him. So, what? No. Why would I click the game? He's sure something that Mayor, no one's ever swept me into their pace so fast before. I can almost feel the warmth of my breath in my skin. Just the drink talking. Just the drink. And with a poor time to reassure myself, I stuck my hands in my pockets and began sobering walk home. Yeah. My brother in Christ, you got a typewriter. The gentle chirping of birds outside the window, laughter of children on the way to school, the blinding light. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Fucking hell! Hold on, I might get a mixed ending because I just was looking up here. Endings. Why? Because last time I was freaked the fuck out because you could just end the game early and not have to go through it again. So, hold on. Let's go to, return to menu. Yeah, let's start a new one. Start something. Because let's try and go with one route. So, yeah. What a lovely night. Okay. Alright. Don't worry, I've got this. Alright, now we do the other option, because we're just going to go with the first ending. So yeah, sorry again, folks. Spit it out. I spray my Jake over. Hey, what's the unfortunate yuck? Sorry about that. Jesus, that was bad. What's Edge doing in his bathtub? One's enough for me, buddy. Okay, this is the other one. I don't know, something sweet? Something sweet to mask how bad it tastes. Stares me in stunned silence. What? What's with that look? A small choked sound leaks from his throat, the kind you make when you're stuffing a laugh. He's razzing at me again, isn't he? Teresa was to heckle or tease them. Shortened from raspberry. Of course, something sweet, I understand. I'll make sure to take care of you and your fine pâté. The blinding sun. Alright, there we go. Actually, I may be able to go through all the endings tonight. So, yeah. Nah. This is our office so goddamn bright. Oh, my head. The things I do for this job, I swear. I sit in my chair, sipping my morning coffee. Excuse me. Fuck! Excuse me! Jesus! To ignore this horrible hangover, my eyes drift up to the clock. Elsie's even later than normal. I hope nothing's wrong. If he doesn't come in soon, maybe I just leave a note and go nap in my car. Oh, speak of the devil, and they shall appear. Good morning! Shut up! As if I've summoned him from the bowels of sunny hell, Lisa suddenly burst into the office. In one hand he's holding a stack of paperwork, and the other... Is that a cake? Fresh from Frank's Bakery. I told you, those fellows really nailed the whatever it is. I like Elise. Which I think this is the ending. Wait. Yes. Yes. Okay, whatever. Reaches in the paper bag, grabs a piece of paper, and halfway stuffs his face, chewing away with relish. With the exact same cake I asked for, isn't it? It is the same cake he asked for. Is this some kind of conspiracy? No, man. It's just some good-ass cake. Is every man in Cleveland eating those cakes except me? Fucking yeah. Oh? Leans over to peel my face, frowning gently. You look like you're under the weather, Richard. Your hair's all messy too, and I haven't got my hands on it yet. Right. Wait, don't tell me you're not hungover, are you? Richard, you naughty boy. Riker, you naughty boy. Drink! Right. Listen, boss, could we get to our reports? Changing the subject, I see absolutely shameless. Absolutely shameless. Lisa, who seems to think my hungover is the funniest thing in the fucking world, chuckles all the way to his office chair. Yeah, laugh it out of your system. I sit there hoping for a spontaneous eclipse. I'll let you start off then, my little partying partner. What did you find out last night, in between shots, that is? Well, from what I've heard, it sounds like the Italians are running the speakeasies, or even most of the liquor business. If I had to guess, it's either a big street gang or the Jewish mafia. The Jewish mafia? It's true, they've been growing in size around here lately, or so I've heard. What makes you think it's them, though? I heard a couple of fellows talking about the Italian mafia's competition, so it can't be them. After that, the man I drank with, he was Jewish, and I have a pretty strong feeling some kind of mobster. Oh, tell me more. Peeking up curiously, Leaves pops his chin on his hands, and leans forward to gaze at me from across his desk. He has a bit of whipped cream on one corner of his mouth, but to pretend not to notice. I would notice. Guy with his name said Meyer, for starters. He was well dressed, a little confident, and should I tell Lisa about the flirting? I mean, he doesn't really need to know. I'm also kind of enjoying the memory without being scolded, but Okay, hold on. Okay, we'll go with this one. And he flirted with me. And he may have been flirting with me. He what? He raised his voice incredulously. I'm sorry, I'm bad at reading things. I have problems. Jaw dropping. Well, could have been that, or I misread things, but the nerve! Unacceptable! Well, hey, excuse me. Pushed out the chair and begins to pace around the office. I can tell he's genuinely angry or just fussing like he usually does. You can't tell? I can't either. Flirting with my junior officer? Junior partner? Oh, Jesus, man. Really? That's the issue? That's the issue you have with it. That's the issue. Poor, small, defenseless little Riker, the mercy of some cruel gangster. If only I had been there. I'm bigger than you, boss. This mayor have better watch out. Mark my word. Boss! He freezes when I call him out in frustration. Well, when he gives me that innocent did I do something wrong expression, I can't really stay annoyed, can I? Would you just please sit down so I can finish my report? Oh, you weren't finished. Sorry about that. Sheepishly clearing his throat, Lee's eyes sinks back into his chair and nods for me to continue. Mayor offered me to have a deal for information. A deal? You're serious? I nod, barely resisting the urge to rub my forehead. Details of the mob in exchange for... This is so ridiculous I barely say it out loud. In exchange for a cake? Just the look of... You've got to be fucking kidding me. Oh, come on, Riker. Tell me what he actually wanted. I know you're trying to get revenge for me teasing you, but I'm being serious, boss. You want a cake? What? Pointing at the paper bag that holds Levi's half-eaten breakfast, I put the straightened face like a serious music match. It's from the neighborhood around Italy, right? Obviously, this place is owned by the Italian gangsters, so we can't get too close, but as for why he wants one, I've got no clue, boss. Maybe a kid home who likes them, sweet tooth, forbidden fruit, I don't know! It reeks for a setup Riker. Isn't that obvious? He wrinkles his nose, but their expression had to react. But really, not an unfair one. I thought about that. Believe me. But if it was a setup, why would he invite me back? Wouldn't it be easier to get rid of me right there? If he could have made his offer sound more serious too, anyone with half a brain would be suspicious. That's true, I suppose. I still don't like it though, not one bit. Not one bit. He lets out a heavy sigh, sinking a hand into the bag with his cake and tearing off a piece to idly munch on. I want cake now. God damn it! I wish I had some cake to eat. Oh. Well, you were having the time of your life last night. I was chatting with Mr. FBI. Apparently, one of our city's politicians is hosting a big pig party at a hotel night. Thanks to our contact, I've got us passes inside. Because you know what's going on in that party, my dear Riker. A lot of liquor. Excuse me. Also, by the way, there's like less than 1,000 of these agents across America, I think, or less than 10,000. 1,000 to 10,000 of these agents across the entire of the United States of America. Do you know how fucking big America is? That's amazing. That's a hard-ass job. Like, I think it was like for every of these agents, well, these guys, which are prohibition agents that, you know, deal with alcohol problems, every one of these guys, like 4,345 or 42,682. I might pull those numbers out of my ass. I don't remember, but there's a fucking lot of people per agent, so even they were outnumbered to hell. A hell of a lot of linker. Probably provided by the main source in Cleveland. It's gonna exchange knowing looks, and I can already see what he's getting at. So you want me to scope it out for information? It's a good bet and a safe one. Once folks get drunk, there's no telling what kind of juicy information we'll get out of them. If we're lucky, some of it might be related to our case. Oh yeah, hold on. Overwrite the save, so yeah. I wouldn't count on it. A snicker in our line of work. Both of us have our fair share of these ritzy origins. Ritzy is just stylish, so yeah. Yeah. I think you should come to our party with me tonight. With your smarts and my good looks, we're bound to find something. And if you want my honest opinion? Oh, excuse me. Jails looks through a silent moment for a more serious darken on his brows. I think that this residue at the speak is too risky. It's short for speakeasy. Okay. Even if Meyer doesn't mean you any harm, any type of monsters around there might not feel the same way. But I also don't think you don't think you're green enough to walk into a death trap. Gee, thanks, boss. Well, I roll my eyes, offering me a soft, affectionate smile, the kind he knows only puts on once in a blue moon. Ugh, I'm having a stroke over here. I'm into the party either way, but I trust your judgment, Riker. You can decide for yourself where to go tonight. What'll it be? I can't say I agree with him about the big speakeasy deal, in fact. I'm pretty sure it's part of the key of this mess. But I think he's right about the hotel party. If the gossip flows as freely as the liquor, and believe it or not, I'd like to spend more time with the job with him. Watching him work is quite quality entertainment in of itself. Okay, boss, you've won me over. Party it is. Attaboy, Riker! Spins around his chair at top speed, so apparently throw by. Hold on. Okay, so I just adds to the next one. Doesn't really skip. Hopefully our supervisor is okay with it. I think I'll send someone to PC anyway, just to scope it out again. That place has got more important somehow. Ignoring the spinning Leslie, I rub my cheek throughout my gaze at the ceiling, pondering the situation. If again our agent can come with information, maybe we can combine it with today's findings to form a better plan. I'll call Earl and tell him to head over there while we're at the party. Well, good thing there's plenty of paperwork to keep us busy for the rest of the day. A stack of reports is... good thing we're a team, right, boss? Boss? He's fucking sleeping, ain't he? I glance over to Leslie. He's gone silent. He's slowly spinning in a chair, head slumped down back. Is he snoring? He's snoring. If I had died every time he had this happen, I'd be a rich man. If I had died every time this happened, I'd be a real fucking rich man. But no, all I have is this massive pile of paperwork. Ugh. As Leslie enjoys his morning nap, I bury myself in the reports and pouring them one by one. That bastard's lucky I have a soft spot for him. Otherwise, I'd tip him out of the damn chair and throw these papers at his face. Fucking work, you bitch! He looks so peaceful when he's sleeping, though. Not a care in the world. Innocent as a kitten. That's my dash and senior partner, alright? Alright. As the evening finally rolls around, I managed to finish out the paperwork. Lisa woke up in time to help me with the last third, and we head out to the party. A taxi takes us to a largest hotel at a appropriate place for their fancy gala like tonight's. Alright, dressed to the nines, which just means, you know, I think everyone knows what dressed to the nines means, which is just dress the greatest you got, the highest degree. So yeah, I'll wander around for a while, keep my distance from taking the spot anyone for notes, crowd for my strategy to work. And I'm going to have to get in the thick of it, aren't I? Working at these events is always a nightmare. Alright, so the option was... Alright, eavesdrop on the politicians! We'll do the next one next time, plus it shouldn't be that different, because, you know, it's... a math game, what do you expect? Finally, I got a couple familiar faces in one corner of the room, faces who were plastic all over town when they were running in for election. Cool. Try not to distract too much attention. I shuffle towards the pair, trying to overhear their discussion. No! How much dough I got from that guy, Gordon? Dough means money. Obviously, everyone knows what dough is because it's money. That's empty. Hold on. Yeet. Fuck, that didn't go in. Hold on. There we go. Alright. 5 grand? No, higher. I don't know. 10? 15 grand, Gordy, old boy. And all I gotta do is pretend they don't exist. Oh boy is a term for buddy or man. I use that sometimes. Oh, come on, old boy. Where do I sign up? That's a good vacation right there. I hate politicians. If there's anything postage shown me, is how two-faced politicians are. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Even the people who say they believe in prohibition don't follow it in snaps like there's 200. Yeah, most people in White House, by the way, who support prohibition, were fucking illegal drinkers, so yeah. It's one big lie that we pretend is real, just like Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny, only for adults. Yep. Signing to myself, turn around and start scoping out more promising area to join. Okay, I had a sneeze. Jeez, and it was loud as fuck. Riker. A sing-song voice suddenly calls out my name, floating over the loud chatter of all the guests. A familiar singer sing-song voice. Boss? Boss, you... Ah, there you are. Whoa. He comes half stumbling towards me, crashing into my arms. I managed to catch him considering he's lighter than paper, but... I can't get him to stay upright. He's drunk as fuck. He keeps stumbling towards, but slumping back onto me, but not even attempting to stand straight. Boss, just what the hell are you doing? Not so loud. We're blending in, Richard. Blending in. He's completely smoked, isn't he? Smoked? Drunk. Listen, doesn't matter what you tipped, fucked, wankered. Whatever word you want to use, this man is all of it combined. I guess that's what happened. Lizzie can barely hold a single drink, and the champagne following like the Nile here. Quick, take me to the broom closet. Boss, what the fuck are you on about? Shh. He presses a finger to my lips, as I did as a joke, but no, he actually did that, glaring at me indignantly. Found some things out, important things, but we need privacy and something I put my feet up. I don't know if I should be impressed or concerned that he got drunk so quickly. Fucking lightweight. Alright. I'm gonna need another one of these to... Alright. Just gonna... I'm gonna need more of this. Well, it's not like I can drag him home in the state, can I? What am I gonna do with you? Muttering to myself in disbelief, I help Lisa down the hall away from the rest of the party. Luckily, it seems like the hotel staff planned ahead. A number of doors are unlocked and opened. For situations just like this one, no doubt. What? Welcome to the chat room. I was already connected. So it said on my thing here, welcome to the chat room. Like, yes, sir, I'm connected. Kermit the Frog! Connected already, so I guess I was reconnecting. I have no idea why the... fuck. Sorry, I'm scratching myself because there's so much fucking mosquitoes outside and I was just doing yard work again. Yeah, I've been doing yard work a lot because we have a lot of fucking grown grass. We need to cut it all, which is a pain in the ass because it's wet, so you can't do it. We end up in the dark room, kick the door closed after dragging Leslie inside. A broom closet. You're off your rocker, boss. Deciding to deposit my senior partner on the bed, I move us towards it and gently nudge him onto the covers. Maybe he'll just fall asleep. Huh? Oh, yeah. I said I had important things to tell you. It better be pertaining to the goddamn mission, boy. Before I can step away, Leslie grabs my wrist and tucks me down onto the bed. Sit. It's a lot. Oh god, I should not be doing this. Sips. Sit. What is this, some kind of impromptu meeting? Leslie leans back against the pillows and gives me a hazy smirk, nodding. His legs are stretched out across my lap and still got shoes on. He'll get dirt on this bed sheet at this rate. Okay, that annoyed me. Get your fucking shoes off the bed. If you're going to a room like this, take your fucking boots off. If you enter my home and you keep your fucking boots on, I'm smacking your ass. I'm gonna kick you out myself. And if you're asking where to put it, next to the fucking door. On the right side. Oh, taking off my boots? You're too good for me. I don't deserve a partner like you, Riker. I really don't. Something's gotta take care of you. True. I don't envy that someone. Our relationship is a running joke between us, but I've never been unhappy with how things are. Leslie takes care of me too in his own little ways. Buying me food, teaching me French on the weekends, and making me stay home and bringing soup every time I'm sick. Yep. Whenever I need him, he's always there. Hello, Ricker. Anybody home? Huh? Leslie snaps his fingers in front of my face, giggling to himself. You've been staring at me for like about 30 seconds. That's because I was thinking about a big fat hypocrite you are. Hypocrite? Me? Raising me up this morning for being hungover, but here you are fried off your fucking mind. Fried means drunk. Well, nobody's perfect, not even me. Excuse me, what was that fucking noise? Excuse me, Jesus Christ. Fuck. Ugh. Fuck. He pouts, fluffing up the pillows against his back and attempting to knit his brow into a serious expression. Good luck with that one. It doesn't work very well. I found out who's behind the booze at tonight's party. In fact, it sounds like he's pulling the strings in all of Cleveland. You're serious? Who is it? A fella named Eastman, biggest name in the whole city's underworld. Mayor Eastman. My breath catches. Does that mean that man from last night was... Nah, it's probably not the same one. Shook his head as if reading my fucking mind. Reading the minds. He's tall, really short hair, likes to wear a long coat, low distinctive laugh. It's him. We stare at each other for several seconds, unsure what to make of this revelation. I can't believe I was drinking with a mob boss last night, let alone one who proposed me for a cake. But what surprised me most is he wasn't a bad guy. How's that? He blinks when I unconsciously muddle my thoughts out loud. Mayor. He wasn't rude or intimidating. Sure as hell didn't try to throw his weight around like you'd think. I guess I'm just thrown off by how normal he seemed, like a regular Joe, not someone in the mafia. Yeah, that's kind of the point, dumbass. The only time you throw your weight is when you're like inside of your own party and you need to, your own group of people that need to listen to you. In public, they're regular Joes, people who know. They walk outside the street. Most people shouldn't know. And around this time, they just let people know, like, they're fucking mascots, like Al Capone. But that's because the police were fucking underfunded to hell, because the party at the time underfunded them. So, of course, underfunded police get underfunded. Anyway, at the point, well, generally nods, exhaling a quiet sigh. Apparently, it's pretty well. Fucking bugs! Usually a resort to violence. Doesn't really resort to either, as I say, he's got a golden tongue, and he's always managed to work out a deal to make someone happy. I don't know how much it's true, but if it is, then the recent fights around Italy make more sense. You mean the crazy reports we've been getting recently? The very same. The Italian gangs are probably going to retain the turf they've lost. He's right. Half the reports I got today were about the action on the east side of town. Mayor's man must have really been putting pressure on them. Just how much foothold do they have in Cleveland? Does he have in Cleveland? Leslie rolls over on the bed, a glowing shadow settling on his normal, bright features. I feel like I should have, like, okay. I just have the exit button ready in case I need to hide something, because I don't know if there's anything actually banned in the fucking game that can't be shown. I have no idea, though, so, yeah. I expect them to be cheery about this whole new lead, not so grin. What's gotten into him? You know, Riker, some things I don't know if we're doing the right thing. His voice drops to a soft, hesitant murmur. The first time I've heard him so unsure of himself. Boss? You know, helping enforce prohibition? My shock must be obvious, because Leslie lets out a weary laugh. I bet that has to sound rich coming from a drunk sap like me. You probably think I'm nuts, but to tell you the truth, I've never been certain of it all. Yeah, crime increased after Prohibition. It's fucking hell. Anyway, is it really government's job to tell folks what they can and can't drink? Will dry America really be a better place to live? No, because if it's illegal, you can regulate that shit. If it's not, oh, there goes everything. Like drinking laws, everything. Yeah, seeing folks enjoy themselves and relaxing like tonight makes you think liquor's not just for fun. It's part of our culture, our customs. Yeah, when they first came to America, they brought liquor. No joke. What did they do during the American Revolution? Drink liquor. What did they do during the Civil War? Drink liquor. What did they do during the wars? Drink liquor. Yeah. And I think it was during the Civil War as well. A lot of black men would drink alcohol because it felt like being the president. So, yeah. It's present in all communities. Anyway. It's not about getting drunk, it's about the freedom to drink. Just like anything else, freedoms we fought for since the colonists came over to the big stupid boats. He glances from a self-deprecation's wistful smile. But I think about it, he's been a lot less enthusiastic from his job or previous work. I guess I know now why. Did I tell you how much I wanted to be an FBI agent, Riker? Once, I think. Mom and Dad, they always told me to keep at it. I think they believed in me more than I did. I believe they know why I wanted to hunt the bad guys so badly. The bad guys? He nods solemnly, eyes closed with memory. My parents were saints, but some of my friends, they weren't so lucky. A few had mothers or fathers who taken to the bottle, and well, the ones who didn't have marks on the bodies had them in the minds. It crushed me, seeing it happen to me, to the people I cared for, being so powerless to stop it. That's why when the Volsec extra out, I was all for it. Stop the same thing from happening to other kids. So, slowly leaving off the trail, Leslie gazes Our gazes meet for a moment, a somber moment. But I guess I'm starting to grow up now. I know people will find another thing to abuse, and something like liquor, something so core to society, you can't really get rid of it. But so should we be the ones to take it away? Away from the people who drink for fun or dare to celebrate because they damn well please. The soldiers who lost their arms and fighting in a war but come over here to hear they can't even enjoy a shot of bourbon? I just don't know. He lets another sigh, this one deep and troubled. His eyes shut tight, almost like he's trying to fall asleep again. You're not crazy, boss. He stares at me like I've just sprouted wings. Just fucking wings come out. Well, maybe a little crazy, but for different reasons. But what you think? But what you said, when I think about it, it's hard for me to argue. I hesitate for a moment. Normally I don't open up to people, but tonight's proving to be a strange night. And in front of Leslie, I don't feel like I have to hold anything back. My pa, he drinks. I guess it's all he has since my mom died having me. Probably why he took off when I was a kid, leaving me with my grandparents. Riker. Leslie's fingers reach out to brush my sleeves, slightly squeezing the fabric. Hey, don't feel sorry for me. They were good folks, traditional views aside. Grandpa, he was always murmuring about how the law makes a better man than the beast. And every single time he read the police reports, he'd say that, without fail. The law is the highest order to uphold on earth. Grandpa fought aside from the Bible, that is. Aside from the Bible, that is. Yes, I turned to this accent because that's how the accent is kind of written. Because if you like go to British books, you can actually tell they have an accent to them. If you or like stuff when they translate to like English or something, it's a bit different. It's strange. I don't know. You can just I don't know. Like you can just read the pompous in it, all right? With some like an old like English works. Like you can tell the characters have an accent based on how they say not how they say words, but how they, string along a sentence. Aside from the Bible, that is. So little Riker got that drilled in his head, didn't he? I nod, smirking faintly. No crime headlines to read in heaven, Grandpa. He must be pretty bored up there. He wanted to be a policeman, but luckily detective work is close enough to count. When it comes to prohibition, though, I've always had my own doubts. Maybe the law makes us better than beasts, but the government's not the gospel. I don't know, it don't feel right to follow just because they're from the top. I joined the agency to help people, but not to make their lives harder. Anything that goes against that, I just can't put my heart into it, feds or no. By that time the last words leave my mouth, I feel like a complete idiot. Just because Leslie shared a story doesn't mean I have to go on Babylon. It's like I'm a church lady. I'm using the voice. Well, what? Okay, kid. Okay. Okay. How you doing, Jafnir? Fucking. Hope you're doing great. My heart dropped. Just like a church old lady or something. Nah. You know, Riker, I really admire you. Music stopped. Where's my good music? Leslie smiles warmly at me when I glance at him in shock. Where'd that come from, I wonder? Unlike most folk, you don't seem to take things at face value. You see, you don't feel instead of you feel instead of only judging. Maybe maybe you should be the senior partner. Then I'd feel better about relying on you so much. I think you got it wrong, boss. I'm just a regular old. No, there's nothing regular about you. Not to me, anyway. You're a special breed of fantastic. He doesn't normally give me those genuine compliments. How the hell am I supposed to respond to that? What the fuck? Sorry, the reason I just said what the fuck was because I was looking on the walkthrough I had on my phone. Yes, I have the walkthrough because I want the 3 endings. This is a relatively short game, and I can probably get it done in less than fucking 3 hours, so... Yeah. I'm seeing your partner, Lee's laser out. Where was it? Here it is, okay. Eavesdropping on the politicians and a few more choices, okay. How the hell am I supposed to respond to that? I admire you too, boss. What I mean is oh? Please do tell me more. Cheeky bugger. Well, now I've done it. I've gone and done it. I guess so. He's gonna get away with this one, so I better come out with something quick. I guess I really admire how adorable you are, you little bastard. Ow! Fuck! That hurt. How adorable you can be sometimes. Sleeping, spinning in the chair, stuffing your face with cake. That is the face of I did not expect that. I expected everything else but that. Christ. Did those words just come out of my mouth? I haven't had a single drink tonight, so it's no excuse. None of it. God rest my soul. So you finally noticed? Alright. I'm gonna need a few more of this. So you finally noticed. It's about time I was preparing drastic measures to get your attention. Drastic measures? They're not important now, since apparently I've won you over after all. He crackles, obviously pleased with himself. This is why I shouldn't give compliments. Oi, Riker. Lee's tone suddenly turns serious again. It's almost too serious. Now that we've poured our hearts out to each other, I need to tell you something important. What's that? I'm just... Well, I'm not just gonna bellow it out. It's a secret. Lean down. Ian... Oh. He impatiently beckons me closer. Curious, I scoot towards the head of the bed, leaning in to listen. I'm not sure what possibly be so... A hand grabs the back of my hair and pulls me down. Next thing I know... Alright. It's great. Leslie's soft lips are pressed against mine. The boss says... This can't be happening. Did I fall asleep? Leslie holds the kiss for a little longer, fingers tightening around, curled in my hair. But after a few seconds, he lets go. I quickly pull back, touching my hand to my lips. Huh? A mortified look of horror instantly crosses Leslie's face. Don't think he realized what he was doing either. Riker, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. The booze, He covers his face with his hands, peeking at me through his fingers. It's like he thinks I'm going to start shouting at him. What? Am I that scary? One kiss doesn't hurt anybody, does it? After a moment of hesitation, I lean closer to Levi, gently pulling his hands away from his face. He's so wide-eyed and embarrassed I could savor this moment, because he doesn't wear it often. Doesn't wear that face often. There we go. Just because you and me, boss. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Riker. This time, I'm the one who kisses Levi, pressing him into the bed. I need someone else here. Help! Fuck! Why? Why am I doing this alone? Never mind. I got liquor. I'm not alone here. All right. Fingers grabbing and pulling a little rougher than his normal rough, that's for sure. Oh god! I gotta make noises for this. Ah! I swear, Lake is gonna fucking clip this. He lets out a soft whimper. I'm not fucking whimpering, motherfucker. I'm not. Give me a second. No. Oh my god, I hate this. When I nip and suckle his bottom lip, play tugging at it with my teeth. We share a string of light kisses, but can't keep from teasing my tongue into his mouth, savoring his little meals of delight. So I'm sorry if I sound dead doing this, but I'm a daze myself. We've always had a close relationship, me and Levi, but neither of us have ever dared to push beyond that unspoken line. But I cover Levi's lips with kisses, finally embracing him like the way I've always dreamed of doing. I can't deny how satisfying it feels. I care so much for him more than anything or anyone else. Boss, partner, friend, does it really matter? He's here with me, he wants me, and that's all I can bring myself to care about. I'm sorry for that little knock that was air, because I put a hand in my throat. I just yelled. So someone could like muffle like. Our lips pressed together harder, forcing me to steal breaths in between Leslie's needy kisses. He's really getting into it. Is that his thigh rubbing against my legs? That ain't no thigh, boy. I swear he's so unfairly adorable that I can't help myself if I didn't know he was drunk. I don't think I'd be able to keep my hands off him. Good thing I had the fucking all the warnings on here, because I knew this shit would happen. I don't think I'd be able to keep my hands off him. Finally, I draw back just enough to suck in some much needed air. Whew. Leslie noses against my ear, murmuring softly against it. I hope I won't forget this in the morning, but if I do, you'll have my protection to remind me. Yeah, sure. The full extent of what we did suddenly hits me with a frying pan in the face. Wham! I pull away once more, jerking upright and letting out a cough, turning my head awkwardly to one side. Work's sure gonna be interesting tomorrow, eh? How the hell can we resume my normal business after this? Good question. Good question. Right. I sure hope I don't make the dumbest mistake of my life. Maybe we should leave the hotel and head home. It's getting pretty late, don't you think, boss, eh? I steal a glance from Levi, unsure how he'll respond. His chest slowly rises, falling down. He quite breaks further from his parted lips. He's fucking napping again, ain't he? You'd think I'd have seen that. Yeah, you'd think you would have seen this one coming, man. This motherfucker sleeps more than anything else. With a sigh, I slide off onto the floor, leaning back against the side of the bed. I guess I'll keep vigil and mull things over until Leslie wakes up. Thanks to his... Excuse me, I'm sorry. Thanks to his insistent touching, I can't fall asleep last night. I couldn't exactly fall asleep right now. Yeah. No sleepy. Yeah. Well, whatever happens after tonight, I can't say I have any regrets. You're really something, boss, that's for sure. And I just like you the way you are. Hypocrisy, narcolepsy, and all. I wouldn't have it any other way. I stumbled in the office bright and early, letting out a yawn. Like that. Excuse me, I was actually yawning after I saw the word yawn, alright? I haven't pulled an all-nighter like that since my college days. Now I understand why. Stumbling in my chair, I gulp down my coffee and try to slap myself awake. But you've got work to do, so so hopefully Leslie isn't too late. I dropped him off around 4 a.m. in his apartment, but he managed to get more sleep than I did. You know, maybe I should just bring the whole coffee pot in here. What? Why does that keep connecting to chat? It just says... Okay. Oh well. Well, anyway, folks, let's continue on. I've got a feeling I'm gonna need it! I rise unsteadily back to my feet, wandering back to the door and in a haze. I just reach for the handle. Good morning. Ah! Fucking hell! Ow, ow, do you have to scream in my ears first thing, Riker? I'm happy to see you too, but really... Pinches his ear with a grimace, frowning playfully at me. Hold on, I gotta check something again. I just had to read something again. Don't mind me. Oh, you look terrible. Sit down, I brought some donuts. They'll fix you right up. Mm-hmm. Let Leslie steer me back to my chair and he stuffs a donut into my mouth. Sorry, I was just thinking like, alright, why are you hard? It's good, but trade all the donuts in the world for a few hours of sleep. Yeah. We sit in the usual silence for a while while munching on our breakfast and sipping coffee. Normally we'd be chatting about various things right now, but I can't bring myself to look him in the eye, not after last night. I never stuff was so awkward in my life. We're gonna pretend it didn't happen, or... Richard, what's the matter? Leslie calls out to me with a mouthful of donut. Oh, what's the matter? Glazing at me curiously as he chews. It definitely doesn't seem phased, that's for sure. You look like a kid who just got caught peeping on a skirt. What the fuck? Really, what's eating you? I don't like the silence. It just gives me the heebie-jeebies. Nothing, it's nothing, boss. Listen, why don't we get started on work? We need to get over the new findings. Uh-huh. He seems pretty suspicious, but eventually nods. I can't tell if he's playing dumb or he really can't remember. You know, it's probably the latter. About Eastman. I think we need more information on everything, including him, before we go to the FBI. If we blow our cover too early, oh fuck. We'll risk losing out more of our leads, more potential sources. We should play this smart. Agreed, that's still... Excuse me, sorry. Still a lot of work, a lot we don't know. Leslie gazes up softly at the ceiling, twirling at a pen between his sugar-dusted fingers. Fucking... Just clean your fingers, motherfucker. That's speakeasy at the base of operations. How many warehouses do you have? Are there any key places in this business? I'd say we need to send out some agents to find out the key details. I don't want to rush into anything. Send out agents? That reminds me what happened to Earl, the guy I sent to the scope of the PKC earlier. I didn't see him coming to work today. He didn't call me like he was supposed to. Boss, I need to make a call. I saw Earl last night. Maybe he hasn't, but he hasn't come back in yet. Oh, alright. Don't let me stop you. I reach for the phone. I quickly dial Earl's home number. Ring. Ring. Ring, 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 pick up the phone, jackass! No answer. I have a bad feeling about this. I bet anything is disappeared related to Speakeasy, Eastman, and the Mafia. Not good, huh? Seems like to figure out pretty quickly because he raises a worried eyebrow at me. I grimly nod. Damn it, I should have gone there myself last time. If something's happened to Earl, then we'll get some officers and head out there this evening. Boss? Just a quiet investigation first. We have to find something about Earl. There's incriminating evidence, blah blah blah. We need to find some cat house this morning. Hangover. It's slang for a brothel. Great. Cat house. Yeah. Gives a small, reassuring smile. Makes me feel a little better, even though a nervous pit still shifts in my stomach. Tonight it is, then. Attaboy. Ready to go over some more reports? God fucking damn it. Ready as I'll ever be. Rest of the day is a bit of a blur with paperwork, coffee, and all that shite. Busy that says the mountain of reports, there's not much time for the awkward atmosphere to come back. Considering how he's acting, maybe nothing really ever happened that night. Never really happened at all. Maybe I just dozed off the hotel room and had a bittersweet dream. Nah, motherfucker. Hello? Yeah! Richard, hello? Ah! Two hands roughly shake my shoulders. When my eyes start open for seconds later, I notice how dark the sky outside is. Wait, how was I? There's only one of us who can sleep in half the day, Ricker. Don't steal my thunder. Why didn't you wake me up sooner? You were clearly exhausted. Those dark circles around your eyes make you look like a raccoon. It's cute. Don't listen, but listen. Try to get more sleep, okay? I can't rely on a hazy partner to have my back after all. And whose fault is it that I didn't get any sleep last night, Mr. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed over here? After we get our things together, Liz and I prepare to head out to that speakeasy. It's already late, but there's no call from Earl. There's obviously something wrong. Riker, wait. As I reach for the door, he suddenly grabs my sleeve and tugging it a little bit back. About last night. I do remember it all, just as so you know. Shit! This bastard! So all day was just an act. Why am I getting deja vu right now? I know I couldn't pass an opportunity. Please don't hate me too much. But I just wanted to tell you, I'm sorry. He bites his lip, averting his gaze guiltily. He looks the same as did last night after he kissed me. Holy shit, excuse me. Sorry, guys. If you want, we can agree to pretend it never happened. Things can go back to normal life. We'll just be regular friends, senior partner and junior partner. Neither of us will speak of it again, and we can chalk it up to being drunk and stupid, mostly stupid. Lizzie loudly clears his throat, fiddling with his tie. Despite his self-feigning joke, I can tell he's being serious about this. Our friendship's more important to both of us, so it's understandable, but how do I really feel about things? How do you want to do this, DM? No, the DM goes like, how do you want to do this? It's not a question of liking us, no, but last night's situation was, well, I definitely do not want to forget it. No, boss. I don't want to pretend it didn't happen. Definitely not. Even though I don't know where things will go from here, I know for sure that I like you. You like kissing me is what you mean. I thought that was a given. Well, you were enjoying it. I feel that a little or slightly a big surprise between your Alright, good talk! Leslie snickers at my hasty response. Back to his normal smug self. But I can tell he's relieved to clear the air between us, as am I too. Hey, once we're sure Earl's safe, let's talk about this again, in a more private setting. In a more private setting. Does that sound alright? It sounds great, boss. Did you just... Before I can finish, she pulls me into an adoring hug, squeezing so hard I can barely breathe. Motherfucker! That was my best barely breathing voice. Motherfucker! He breathes his face against my shoulder, nuzzling against it. How can he make my heart ache so much? I'll never become a hard-boiled detective if I keep getting feelings like this. Sighing affectionately, I curl my arms around him and squeeze back, enjoying the few moments of warmth we share. Okay. Leslie soon pulls back, taking a deep breath. Then we nod at each other, just like we always do. If we hurry, we can get to the bottom of this, and we still have time to get cannoli before the shop closes. Wrecker, you never told me you could read minds! I just try to stay out of yours, too scared of what I might see. Clever boy. I'm shaking my head because there's going to be a lot of culpable moments, and I'm going to regret in the future because I know someone is going to tease me for it. Say, watch the VODs, which I don't think anyone does. So. But hey, if you're here, thank you. Oh well. Gonna hate this. We head out side by side, determined but hopeful. The partners we've always been. I have faith in Leslie, just like he has faith in me. We'll get the job done together. Welcome, gentlemen. Please enjoy your night. Ah, my eyes! Loud music rushes over me in a wave, a familiar sea of dancers, lights, and sparkling glasses. Wow, this place is quite a scene, ain't it? Leslie murmurs my side as we walk along, glancing around as we speak. It's a little less crowd today. I must have known you were coming. Oh, low blow. As we weave our way to the bar, my attention is drawn to a group of familiar figures. Those sketchy guys from the other night, but it looks like there are more of them today. I nudge Lizzie's side and jerk my chin in that direction. He follows my subjection, eyes narrowing faintly. We exchange no words, but I can tell we're thinking the same thing. Those are Maynard's men. Maynard's men. Okay. At the bar, Leslie orders us a couple of drinks to try to keep up the appearances. We've got to find some way to ask about Earl, but we can't risk being too obvious about it. Jack! You finally decided to show up, huh? With a certain voice calls over the music, I freeze. If that too, I think it is, then it is, motherfucker. There he is. There's the charming bastard. I was terribly disappointed last night, Jack. The expensive bottle of honey, still notes of palm brandy, blah 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 blah. But Guffey was my sole conversation partner. Sure enough, Mayor saunters over with his usual sly grin, leaning one arm against the bar. Oh? I see you brought a friend. His attention turns to Leslie, studying him for a few moments before offering a polite nod. Leslie does the same, sizing the other man silently, but quickly breaks into a smile of his own. He must be Meyer. Jack was singing your praises, you know. I can see why. That look of, please do not fuck this over, man. Singing my praises, was he? My gaze meets Mayer's and he suggestively winks. Great, Lizzo, thanks for encouraging this. And whom might I have a pleasure meeting tonight? Leslie's the name. How do you do? Oh, you son of a bitch. Wait, he's given Mayer's real name? Is he planning something? They reach around me to shake hands, each still wearing a confident smirk. How do you do? Would I be correct in assuming you're a public servant like Jack here, Mr. Leslie? Well, you'd be very correct. We met through work, actually. I see. Very interesting. I don't like this situation. I don't like being in a sandwich. There's something uncomfortable with this atmosphere. What's exactly going on here? And you, Mayor, what do you do for work? Curious suggestion. I consider myself a public servant as well. Ah, my, what a coincidence. I had a feeling the second I saw you, I thought to myself, there's a charitable man, alright. I knew it. May not believe it, but I had the same reaction. The noble air you have, it speaks volumes about you. You strike me as a dutiful sort of fellow, and I respect that. There's so many people in the background, shut the fuck up! So something is definitely very wrong. There's no way either of them is serious. In fact, it almost sounds like... Actually, Mayor, I have a question for you. Pausing for a moment, Leslie glances at the clock. It's only a quick look, but it seems deliberate. Of course. Please go on. You didn't happen to see a man around here, dark, night, shaggy hair, pointed nose, brown eyes, walking with a slight limp? Mayor brushed a hand through his hair, eyes slightly drifting to one side. It's very possible the description sounds quite familiar. You would know it because it's yourself. But you know, Mr. Leslie, information comes with a price. At that instant... it's the cops! Oh. The speakeasy door flies open with a small group of officers rush in. Screams echo through the parlor after the music cuts off, but the cacophony quickly goes silent. Excuse me. As the officers pull out their guns, mafia types pull out their own pieces, which is a type of, slang for sidearm, pointing them back at the cops. Leslie, what? Richard, please. Leslie sharply raises a hand at me and I fall silent, stunned. This wasn't the plan we discussed. I thought we were supposed to wait for more information. Unless Leslie did this because he thought I'd be too soft on Mayor. I suggest you cooperate with us, Eastmen, and give us the agent's location. Mayor doesn't seem nearly as shocked as he should be. How can he be so calm? He had no idea what was going to happen. He did. He knew. Alright, I'll cooperate with you. But please, tell your men to lower the weapons. I'll do the same for mine. Then we can discuss things calmly without threat of accidental bloodshed. Agreed? Leslie hesitates. There's a strong sense of trust going on here. Okay. I know this is hurting anyone. Hates hurting people, even criminals. It doesn't seem the type to enjoy it either. Understood. Both of them exchange looks and simultaneously nod at their men who slowly reluctantly lower the weapons. The cops! I want to shoot some criminals! The criminals! I want to shoot some cops! The Rosa! The pigs! Oh well. Tension in the room eases a little bit, though it's still far from calm. Let me preface by saying your man is safe. He's been held in the back room, properly fed and watered. In fact, he'd already gotten to most of the men. A very likable fellow. He does sound like girl. The guy that gets along with just about fucking anyone. Fucking flies. Why'd you capture him then? To use him as bait, naturally. Bastard. Bait. Now he's giving me a slight apologetic smile. Although he looks too pleased with himself about it all. You see, after our friend Jack here showed up the other night, I was struck with an idea. I knew he was a detective before he walked in the door. You're familiar working with me, so I decided... He was working for me, so I decided to have a chat with him. You mean back there that was... Don't get me wrong, Riker, I enjoy every second of it. But I've been looking forward to a regular here, working on your hothead sort, let me tell you. He was between his teeth, gently shaking his head. I'll tell you, as if either was on his tree, I thought it'd work out a deal, clearly hanging here, give my name. Put together soon enough and come back he did. Capturing your agent now, it's a little more spontaneous, a little foolish too. More like it, that's how I operate. His lips curl a devil may cry, may care smirk, and he shrugs nonchalantly. You really had this all planned out from the beginning? Wasn't it? Oh shit, I got another text. Fuck off. Oh, I do not want to speak. Wasn't it a huge risk? Of course, but a calculated one. Mayor casually waves one hand, but as if brushing away my disbelief. Thus, the Blanchard, I've got my research on your backgrounds, so you could say the chips landed where I thought they might. Become a mafia leader, yeah, obviously. Risk plan all wrapped up in one dangerous package. I'm about to take a bow wow. Phew. I feel like the man who just got cheated out of his fortunes at cards. Loves his cheek at the hand. I can't blame him. I knew mine was sharp. I had no idea it was planned everything out ahead of time. No, just expect that. Hold on. I gotta do something real quick. I gotta check on Steam. Which is, the achievements. How many achievements does this game have? Do I need to get? I need to get. Okay, so I need to. Cassette love, missing a partner, and noble experiment. Okay. Despite the fact methods are incredibly questionable, you've made me curious. You mentioned a deal, didn't you? What kind of deal are we talking about here? Leslie? To my surprise, Leslie cautiously questions Mayor, one eyebrow slightly raised. I was expecting him to be furious, instead he seems more impressed than anything else. Fuck. Okay, there we go. I was hoping you asked that. Why don't we discuss matters privately on a neutral ground? I let you pick the spot. All of us disarmed with a few of our men waiting outside. Moment, if you don't mind. Lizzie grabs my sleeve and pulls me aside a little, leaning up to whisper in my ear. You really trust him enough for this? Normally I'd say it's suicide, but this mayor is not like the other man I've met. He's like talking to a chief of a big operation, not a mafia leader. He scratches his head, clearly baffled. It's not like I can blame him, but something. No, I don't think he means us any harm, boss. He's still a gangster, obviously, but I think he really wants to work out a deal. Funny fact, boss. But actually, it used to start out as actually a good mafia term, which I find funny is why the government guy is using it. There we go. Just gotta change that a little bit. My thoughts exactly. You think we should hear him out then? After a bit more of hesitation, I nod. We were playing with fire here, but we both know it, so it's nothing new for us. Well, if you don't mind me saying, Mr. Leslie, I gather you're the type to... What is this? Oh, that's that, okay. You're the type to take precautions. Mayor pipes up airily, but we both glance over towards him. Maybe the two of you, show them purple house tomorrow. I'm certain I'll have the big house on my hands. That's not what I meant, I assure you. You really do your research, didn't you? It's my favorite hobby of mine. Nerd! You know what that means? That means you know what size underwear Richard wears. Boss? I'm afraid you have to barter for that information. Oh, you drive a hard bargain, do you? I like that. Excuse me, sir. I feel like my only eye just switched its colors. Great. Just fucking great. After a little more discussion, the three of us settled on a hotel room for our meeting spot. The unfortunate patrons who had witnessed it all, well, they've sent home, and they promise free drinks when they come back. In this day and age, they're probably enough to risk being shot. Once that mess was sorted out, the three of us head to a hotel with our respective men. I can't imagine how tonight will end. I have to hope for the best. Continuing the story, pick different choices and play through Mayor's route. Both routes lead to one ending, but you'll understand both sides of the story. Back to the first choice, please. Says the girl, prepared. Get to run, change copy, eat donuts. Okay, cool. Alright, no, I worry about you too. I worry about you too, Leslie. Not like I can help it, since looking to be iced. Killed. Huh? Blinks like he never considered my concern to be a possibility. Really, that's very sweet of you, Riker. Shuffles quickly a hand to his collar. Damn it, maybe I should have kept my mouth shut. I mean, you don't need to get all... But if you're worried about me, why don't we pick up tomorrow's breakfast? We old geezers do need to sleep in sometimes. Unless there's anything else important, I'm gonna head out. Swallow! Skip! Is there any better stuff? I can mention the drink, but maybe not one whatever this is. My tin rounds mild rat poison. Don't like it, maybe until that's one of the best drinks here. One or two more, I promise it'll start growing on you. I like my tongue too much to put it through Satan's mouthwash. Skip, 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 skip. And... whiskey. Skip, because I chose this before. And he seemed important. Maybe a spy, but what was he talking to you about? Beats me. Maybe you just want a drinking partner. I found thoroughly. He didn't see any through your cover. I'm still alive, right? Fair point. Maybe lying because proved. Feeling his death. I'm gonna clean up the mud off him yesterday too. It's important. He didn't bum you off. He didn't kill you. What are you planning about him? Let's get into that. Okay, I'm listening. Just to me if we continue. Offer me a deal for information and skip. I just what my instincts are telling me. Speakeasy's worth a gamble. It's risky, but I need to take it too much too. Sifting out my chair, approach Livy's desk, lean over, and give it a firm look to show my conviction. Sorry, boss. I'm gonna try my luck with Mayor. There's a lead there. I just know it. Expect Lizzie just to look through my choice. But true to his word, he soon lets out a good-natured sigh. Heartlessly leaving your partner in the dust. So this was come to, eh? Fine, blah, 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 blah. Alright, but if you go, promise me a station to officer stay with Speakeasy, just in case something goes wrong. Something's might pop up. Okay, I'll make the calls this morning. Good morning. Good boy. Okay. Now, I won't worry. Well, I'll worry less about you. He watches a ruffle my hair. And instincts. Let's cannonball this stack of papers. I'm looking forward to it all day. Alright. Doesn't expect to pull me freeze for the office when I leave heading towards a little Italy to pick up Mayor's cake. Okay, this is actually new dialogue. It's all new. I keep picturing his face, and my mind wanders to how he might react when I hand this to him. Will it make him happy? Will it really make him happy? Aside from those distracting thoughts, maybe those bakery chips was one uneventful one. Prize cargo in hand, I end up at the speakeasy just as night settling in. Welcome, sir. Please enjoy your night. I look like a nurse just like carrying a cake. Like, hey, fuckers! Stormer gives me a customary greeting and I casually nod while stepping past. Here I am, a detective on a risky job, shuffling into speakeasy with a cake in a paper bag, like a kid holding it out his lunch. School lunch. Not my finest moment! Yeah, it ain't. This place is packed full, just like the last night. Alright, which means I can make it easy if I can know long enough to show up. Oh, it's Mr. Jack. Huh? A coarse voice. Different from Mayor's, growls from behind me. To see a rough-looking man I noticed from last night staring at me suspiciously. I'm gonna pat you down, make you sure you aren't healed. Healed means armed. Understand? Well, no one did this to me last night. What's the big deal? Will you shut up? I'm not here to answer questions. Before I had a chance, Professor Ellie grabs me and starts pulling back my pockets, feeling roughly around. Sorry, buddy. I'm going to be taking this for tonight. Pulls out the piece I've been carrying as insurance. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Just don't pull any dumb moves and you'll be fine. So keep things real cordial around here, got it? Yeah, I got it. I'll be heading back to the back room. Wait, the back room? Wait, what are you talking about? And so I grabs my wrist, says, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we're getting dragged back there, folks. I'm skipping through like I did last time, because I'm not going to wait 4 fucking hours. I'm trying to be at least 2 hours. I'm not trying to, well, I won't get there, because it's 1 hour 50 so far. My semi-captor takes me to the back room. Music and laughter slowly fades, only replaced by our footsteps. Finally, I reach a large black door. The man knocks on it. Come in. Cool. The door walks in with a suspicious paler. Knocks at the scary dank room I'm expecting. In the middle of a lush couch sits a familiar, still man. Mr. Eastman, your friend's here. Ah, yes, I can see that. Thank you for bringing him here. Make sure no one intrudes on us, if you're so kind. Yes, sir. Polite, yeah, okay. I don't think a dramatic reintroduction was deliberate. He knows I can read subtext. So I brought your cake. I left the bag in my hand, shaking it, laughing nervously. Huh, I know I can count on you. A pleased smile grows my lips, and the sight makes me relax a little bit. You're past the cusp beside me, I don't feel like I'm in a position to refuse. I approach the couch. Maybe you're stiff as a sheet of glass. What's wrong, Jack? You're secretly, back there. Your secretary back there wasn't the most gentle of fellas. Alright, so we got one of the 3 achievements, which I just checked now, which is the first, yeah, right. Wasn't the most gentle of fellas. I apologize, they've been dealing with, used to kid gloves, trade up with skin from a young goat, which is extremely soft. Right. It's not like I just wasn't expecting all this. All this? You mean a nice back room and a speakeasy? Gives me a fox innocent look. That's obviously what I was referring to. Anyway, here, your prize. I hope it doesn't get smushed when your lackey was jolting me around. I offer him with a bouquet. Liza only takes it from my hands. Wonderful, I can smell it already. Oh, okay. Si schlitz une mission from but. It translates to as hard to eat a stranger's bread. Okay. My rabbi used to say, but I like to pretend it doesn't apply to cakes. He glances blindly at the bag for a moment, then sets it to one side. A smile finds its way on my lips before I realize the way he likes sweets as much as he reminds me of Leslie. Oh, before I forget, I have something for you, Jack. Alright. Mary leans around the edge of the sofa, grunting softly before striking back with a bottle of hand. Old Forster Kentucky whiskey, the label reads. You remembered. I have an excellent memory, especially when it comes to people who catch my interest. Takes a glass from the table beside him and starts to pour me a drink, humming softly. I notice that he's already got a half-empty cup of coffee for himself, black as the night. This is a quality product right here. I prefer there's no Ed involved. Mayor hands me the glass, letting his fingers brush against mine for a moment, longer than necessary. Thanks, you're quite the host. You're expecting anything else? You expected anything less. There we go, that's 2. I'm gonna be done for the night. Alright, that's all I need. Shit. Okay, alright. Propping in one elbow against the back so he can gaze at me head on. Feeling slightly embarrassed under his stare, I take a curious sip of the drink. Damn, it goes down easy. Damn, it goes down so easy. Good enough for that. I can see why you're not serving it out here. Man, I managed to make a living somehow. Unfortunately, buying and transporting high-quality goods is expensive, not to mention risky. I much prefer to serve good liquor over the common swill, but it's not quite feasible yet. He pauses for a thoughtful moment, though his eyes flicker back to my face soon after. Well, about that information I owe, assuming you're still interested in work. I nursed my drink. Mayor begins to describe the main mafia figures in the city, along with the variation rackets they keep in great detail. Combined with everything else I've seen tonight, I think it confirms my suspicion. He's near the top of the high road for a chain in Cleveland. He's not trying to hide it. In fact, I think he's playing the game with me. However, how long he can play it, his state is obvious. Knowing that, I think I'm incredibly comfortable now, but for whatever reason, being around Mayors puts me completely at ease. Maybe it's his disarming casual mannerisms or the soft, smooth way he speaks. There's nothing aggressive or thug-like about him. He's perfectly composed. Occasionally he shifts on the sofa beside me, brushing my leg with his own in a way that can't possibly be an accident. I can't tell what he's going on between his twinkling green eyes, but there's something playfully devious about the glances he keeps giving me. Fuck that! There we go. Excuse me. And I think that would make our trade just about even, no? He finishes his thorough description with an impish wink, taking a sip of his coffee. You sure are familiar with the gang activity here, aren't you? If I didn't know any better, I think you controlled some of it yourself. Me? Oh, I'm not sure that would lead you to such outrageous conclusion. Instead of looking offended, though, he looked a little... flies. His smirk suddenly grows mischievously. After all, it's rather rash to assume things maybe we don't know particularly well. Don't you agree, Riker? How do you... He smugly lifts a cake bag, rustling it before my face. Your name is on the label. That's how he finds out! Your name's on the label, dipshit. A mistake I wouldn't expect from you. Pardon my rudeness. We were distracted at the time you purchased it. Yeah. I'm not sure how to mention I was daydreaming about him when I bought the cake. But I'd rather let my professional pride take the fall. Of course, I know you're a detective too, but I can guess why you're here. But please don't take it a blow to your acting skills. I'm well acquainted with a number of professional liars, you see. If you already know so much about me, why are you pouring me drinks rather than having me shot and dumped in an alley? He clicks his tongue, lightly wagging a finger at me. Violence is not how I prefer to do business, Riker. It's only a temporary solution. Violence begins violence. Beckons violence. Which is why you have wearing Italian criminals rather have one consolidated powerful body. No, in most circumstances I would rather have much more friends than enemies. Friends like you, which is why you're not being dumped in an alley. Although, I would never harm a... Okay, what? Pretty face. Shina... Listen, I'm not fucking Hebrew or any of this, or Jewish. I don't know how to say any of these words. Shina... Punyan. I'm guessing that's how you say it. It's probably not. Like you, no matter what my moral code was. He shifts on the sofa again, this time letting his legs stay resting on against his own. I shallow revealed at Mayer's explanation, but acutely aware of his face being a few inches to my right. You certainly aren't the other guy I've met, law-abiding or otherwise. Why don't you tell me more about this was like being this risky business? I clumsily attempted to decide the conversation the other direction, daring to glance over at Mayer. No, please, I know one-sided agreement when I see one. With the gloating air of someone who's just caught their opponent cheating, Mayer shakes his head. I'll answer a few questions of yours, but only one condition I can ask of my own. I swear on my honor to answer the truth, and you'll do the same, but we each avoid one question in exchange for a favor. But that doesn't strike you as fair? His tone casually rises at the end, not so subtly daring to accept. Think I'd be niggas to expect a businessman like yourself to play fair, but alright, I'll bite. That's what I like to hear. Mayer gives me a rakish, teasing grin, all too pleased with my reply. As a gesture of goodwill, I'll even let you start. Really? How do you make any money with that kind of generosity? Oh, you'd be surprised. A Mayer chuckles to himself. I pause and ponder what to ask. What do I want to know? Ask about his history, because that's what it says here. Tell me about your background, your history. What was it like for you growing up? The question seems to catch Mayer off guard. But his surprise quickly shifts to gentle, pleased expression, and he nods in acknowledgement. I was raised in a cozy little Jewish community in Missouri, when I lived until a few years ago. I'm sure you'll find it hard to believe, but I always kept to myself as a boy. I rarely spoke to anyone. I suppose you could say I was afraid of rejection. Our rabbi was my closest friend. We ate corned beef sandwiches and talked about baseball on the weekends. Looking back now, I think he was just lonely as I. It chuckles softly, flicking to the coffee and table, and lingering on his cup. I can't imagine Maver ever being drawn. I guess it didn't develop his charisma until later. Several days after my bar mitzvah, which is a communion in Arabic, I was Jewish, and when I had reached 13, yeah, I've been to bar mitzvahs before. Not that bad. It's actually quite fun. I recommend it. A few boys who had never seen before approached me on the street. Mayor, they said, you're a tall, strong guy. Who are you playing with the rabbi instead of making money? I realized I didn't have much of an answer. We found a merry little crew. It was enjoyable to have that kind of attention from my peers. My desire to fit in, so I began doing jobs with them. Eventually, my name garnered a reputation. The association grew. People started looking up to me, and somehow I ended up on top of it all. Mayer's eyes returned to me. I can't really read the true emotion behind it. Nostalgia, regret, or satisfaction, or all the above, is what I'm saying. The rabbi, you know whatever happened to him? We don't speak anymore. He gives me one of those brief, thin-lipped smiles, one you only show to be polite. Again, it's hard to see through what it means, but I detect a little longing in his voice. In his voice. You know, I've always separated mobsters from real people in my head, like you were all like monsters who lost your humanity. But listening to you talk, I guess it makes me realize we're not so different after all. I twirl my glasses between my fingers, unsure if that knowledge makes me more happy or grim. Mayor studies me in silence for a little while. It's not an awkward silence, though, just a thoughtful one. Well, your turn. For a question, you have one? Oh, I have many. When the silence finally breaks, Mayor gives me a wily grin, his eyes momentarily flicking down to my mouth. Yeah, I'm listening. Alright, what's your greatest fear? My greatest fear? He nods, watching me expectantly. No immediate answer pops in my head, so I mull over the question for a moment. My greatest fear? Something that would keep me from sleeping at night. Hurting innocent people. Oh? I nodded, forcing a brief, awkward smile as I took a sip from my drink. Mayor doesn't add anything further, though. Is he waiting for me to elaborate? I just think it's my duty. Well, the duty of make everyone happy. That's why we exist. It's not just a job you do for money. It's a job that lets you go home feeling better about the world, even if it's just a little bit. Mayor tilts his head to one side, eyes glimmering at me. Then his head slips on my shoulder, onto my shoulder, then resting there gently for 50 seconds before squeezing it. Very admirable, Riker. Wait, hold on. How the fuck do you say this word? Oh, it's Richter. It's like the Richter scale. Fuck! I was so confused how to say this word. His name, Richter. The Richter! Fuck! Holy shit, I'm saying Richter! Richter scale! The Richter scale, oh god. Mr. Volstead fits into that. He trails off curiously. He's leading to me somewhere with that vague comment. Well, it's your turn, isn't it? Why don't you ask me something lighthearted? If I don't mind if you get more personal. He leans in a little more, hand still lingering on my shoulder. I can smell his light cologne and subtle, earthy scent of coffee. I've been trying desperately to keep my nerves under control, but it's getting harder and harder the more Mayor teases me into my personal space. What his favorite activity is? Well, what's your favorite thing to do? Favorite hobby? Favorite activity? I'm sure you don't sit around here and drink coffee all day, right? And if I did, would that be something wrong with that? Well, no, I just meant... I know. In fact, I think I know what you meant better than you do. He shamelessly meets my indignant stare, and I doubt he's enjoying. I don't doubt he's enjoying every moment of it. Okay, hold on. I gotta check something on my phone. Something's right for the last ending. Oh shit, that's actually all I need to do. Okay, I was just following the guide there and see how to beat this. Right. We just now read. I don't need my phone anymore. Thank God. It's almost dead. Shit. I gotta plug that in now. Fuck. Don't die on me. Charlie, don't die on me. I know I didn't. I know it's not actually named Charlie. Because who the fuck would name their phone? You can name a car, not a phone. It depends. What does? My favorite activity depends on whom I happen to be with. Shall I figure you out the rest? Shall you figure the rest, or you like to spell it out for me and more explicitly? I think I get the idea, thanks. Your turn. Go on. Pausing, Maris shows tapping his finger against his bottom lip, turning his eyes towards the ceiling. It's such an obvious display that I know the fact he's already got his question picked up is just toying with me. I drain the last of my glass in an attempt to act casual, turning my head away slightly. I've got one. What memory do you have of your first kiss? Please, describe it in great detail. Sir? Sir! I nearly choke on my drink. So this is what he was planning all along. I'm listening very attentively. Hold on, damn it, I know this is what he wants to say. It's what he wants me to say, but it's a cold day in hell before I tell this guy I've never probably kissed anyone before. Can I just trade the favor? Oh? Don't feign surprise, you bastard! In that case, I suppose I'll take you up on that favor right now. I reflectively squeeze my eyes shut, soaking in a breath. It feels like my chest is going to explode. Richter? What are you doing? I reopen one eye to see Mayor staring at me quizzicatively. I can't say that word. I thought no, of course he wasn't too much of a gentleman. Just a little dizzy from the drink. So, what do you want from me for the favor? You always think me a fool for saying this, but reaching for a bag, May lifts it up and slipping his hand to the unwrap the cake. I'll just share it. I'd like you to share it with me. Share the cake? He nods, pulling back the paper, unwrapping the revealed, the delicious-looking, spongy white dessert. I'd feel guilty enjoying it by myself, especially considering you brought it for me. So I'd prefer we savor it together. Does that sound agreeable? Ugh. I haven't had a thing since lunch, so you're asking the right guy. Should we cut in half or what? No. You're gonna feed it to me. What? I got the same expression on my face. This was the expression I had when I read that as saying as well. What? I blink at Mayor, unsure if I heard him correctly. He gazes at me calmly. I definitely didn't mishear that, did I? If you want, then I should get a fork, or that won't be necessary. You can tell my voice I'm smiling, but it's because what the fuck am I reading? And why am I happy? Come, take a bite. What the hell? Sorry, someone's phone had a notification to it, so I'm just looking at it because I'm confused. Oh, it's a live stream from CR Dub. Watch him, he's good. After you're done watching this, he's definitely gonna be streaming it. There we go, my phone's now charging. I realized it wasn't. Come take a bite. Mayor offers the cake to me, along with a daring raise of his brow. I feel like I just walked right into a trap. But I knew from that from the beginning. I knew that from the beginning, didn't I? And I came here all the way because I wanted it to happen. I take a small bite of the cake, letting the fluffy sweetness rest on my tongue. Then, Mayor gently curls a finger under his chin, gradually closing distance between us. His chest pressed against mine, pinning me to the back of the sofa. There's no need to be embarrassed, Victor. He breathes those words against my cheek, pulling my jaw down ever so slightly to part my lips. Yep. Slowly, delicately, he covers my mouth with his own. The sweet flavor mingles between our tongues, but my head feels so foggy I can barely think about how it tastes. Mayor teases me with maddening, light, soft kisses, pulling down a little bit each time I start to press forward. He's really trying to provoke me, isn't he? It's working. Well, it's working, yeah. I have to do stones again, no! That's all again, motherfuckers. I bite down on his lower lip, exhaling a lot, impatient breath. Momentarily, his chest presses harder against mine. His kisses grow loud, more aggressive, hard and deep, so intense that I have to gasp for air whenever I can. I pull his coat off his shoulders, grasping needily at his shirt, letting my hands wander all over his powerful body. Oh, God. Just as his tongue soars through his lip into my mouth, he pulls back again, this time breaking into a devilish grin. If I'd known that you'd be so eager, I would have done this a lot sooner. Ugh. Are we gonna spend the whole day talking, or are we gonna share some of that cake? I can't disappoint my favorite detective now, can I? It'll be horrible if you clap me in shackles and brought me in for interrogation after all. What the I thought he was about to just say clap you in shackles. What the fuck? You sound pretty excited about the idea, actually. Oh, can you blame me? Mayor swipes a finger through the cake's icing, then presses it past my lips. I suck without hesitation, lapping the sweetness off his fingertip, a faint moan looking from my throat before I can contain it. Richter. Alright. Well, this is what you expected, folks. This is what you get. I don't know why I'm doing this. Mayor suddenly leans in for another kiss, trying his finger along my bottom lip. This time, he's the impatient one, his tongue pressing intensely against my lips until I part them. It greedily throws into my mouth, tangling with my own tongue as Mayor presses me roughly against the couch. It's like he can't get enough of me and I can't get enough of him. I grasp his hips and try to pull him forward, wanting more and more. As we trade eager, wet kisses, my mind hastily wanders towards a certain question. What am I really doing here? Am I trying to live out some detective seduce my monster fantasy? Or is it like Mayor said, are we just two men outside of our opposite professions saving each other's company? If Azale could be right, I don't know what you think, or if you find it excusable. What the fuck am I... Oh, this is not even the ending! Oh my god, no. I used to turn away from my duties by a gangster, but I could never cut out this line of work to begin with. Alright. 1 second. Ah! Fuck! Alright, god damn it! There. Didn't hear it? Fuck off, you could rewatch it. One of Mayor's hands drifted down my chest, slipping across my waist to squeeze my hip. I swear. Ugh. I normally wouldn't do this on the first day, especially since I give you a reason to come back. He heatedly murmured a string of words in between breathless kisses, not giving me a moment to reply. And no, I'm not making those sounds of kisses, because fuck no. You get a lot of things tonight, stream, and that ain't one of them. But it doesn't really matter. Like you'll need much convincing. His fingertips tease along my inner thigh, sending shivers along through me from head to toe. Random thing to pass by this whole scene. It's one actually the hottest places in your body is between your thighs. Well, for men and women, I'm pretty sure, or at least for guys. And I had a situation a while back. I'll just tell this. I'm not gonna say this in the podcast like I was going to yesterday, but it was pretty cold, and because you know it's Canada, it gets cold sometimes. In the winter, one of my friends he didn't have his gloves on him. I do because I always do. I always have gloves on me when I walk outside. But even during the summer, I have gloves on me because you know I might need it. And he was like rubbing his hands together. I'm like, hey, I got a place you can put those. And I tapped the inner part of my thigh, and he looked at me like, what the fuck? And yeah, that was on the bus ride as well because it was still bloody cold in there. So it pretty much was there with he had one of his hands on my inner thigh just to heat him up because it's one of the hottest places in your body. So yeah. And apparently I didn't see anything wrong with it at the moment. And this was not like years ago. This was like maybe 1 year ago, if that even. So yeah. Oh well. Just a little bit higher. A little higher. FBI, open up! A frantic knock at the door makes us both jerk apart. Mayor smooths back his hair and clothing, sitting back and clearing his throat. Come in. The door instantly flies open and one of Mayor's men bolts inside. Mr. Easton! Mr. Easton. Mr. Easton. Mr. Easton. There's a bunch of cops shifting around outside the joint. I think something's about to go down. If we don't stop them, they... Wait. I know those guys. Safety precaution. I jump on my sofa, inwardly kicking myself. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I'm back. Decided to feed the cat and just take a piss. So, alright, let's go. I jumped from the sofa, inwardly kicking myself. Shit, I need to plug in my phone again. Hold on. Damn it, I should have told him to go home earlier. Lost track of time and shit. There's no excuse. I mean, there is, but I don't think they're gonna like it. So, you went in there to a mafia boss, and you fucking knew this. You had suspicions of this shit, and decided to make out with him on the fucking couch? Yes. This fucking Chad face on him. Yes. Dang it, I have no idea about the ending. I just know there's another ending we have to go through doing 2 routes. So yeah. No excuse. It's alright, Victor. Joan's voice calls me reassuringly. Go put your men at ease. Maybe by some grand stroke of fate you'll end up here again tomorrow, and we can resume our talk. He puts on a wicked, innocent smile as winking at me. Thanks. I hope I can see you soon. You absolutely will. With a hasty nod, turn and follow the other man to the door, smoothing back my own ruffled hair. Luckily for me, the officers just won't pay enough to ask many questions. Yeah, they're not paying enough. Oh, and Richter. He called out to me, just bumped across the threshold. I glanced back at him. Don't forget what your real duty is. Good night. Mayor's man shuffles me along to the exit before I take a chance to reply. My real duty? What the hell does that mean? Maybe it doesn't mean anything, but those words stick to my back of my head. Leave the speakeasy to reserve the cups. I'm all ready to defuse the situation. Hopefully I get a chance to see Mayor tomorrow. I'll ask him then. My heart's still pounding from the end of our talk. When I finally get home and roll into bed, there's no way I can fall asleep, so I spend the night restfully tossing and turning. I'd rather be hungover than this. Jesus. Infatuation doesn't always fade easy. Yeah. Morning, boss. I shuffle in the office, feeling like a corpse dragged me out of the grave. Coffee. Coffee! Richter? This is the second day in a row you come in looking like a beguiled cat. Do you think we need an intervention? Fine, just couldn't sleep. Fine, just couldn't sleep. Crap, something really is messed up with Lance showing up work before me. He lets out a long, playful sigh, shaking his head before taking a sip of coffee. Well, don't keep me in suspense. Your escapades last night, of course. What happened? What did you find out? Oh, yeah, right. With my coffee hand and mug, just bring the whole fucking pot. My man. My brother in Christ. I sit down in my chair, clearing my throat. I'm gonna have to leave out some of the details here, I think. Yeah, you think I have to leave out some of them. My new friend, Mr. Mayor Eastman. Well, he gave some information about the powerful mob players in town. He seems like he's pretty in the loop. The already pale at least seems to have suddenly grown a shade paler. He slowly sets down his coffee and leans forward in his desk, brow furrowing as he stares at me. Did you say Eastman? Sure did, boss. Why? Why? Yes. Are you losing your hearing already, boss? Or you're not that old? Because Eastman is the man running all of Cleveland, that's why! Cleveland raises his voice in excitement and frustration, slamming his fist down onto the desk. All of Cleveland? Yes, all of Cleveland. I found out about him last night at the party I went to. He's like Hughley and Maisley. Most of the Italian mafia is terrified of him. I don't know how on earth you managed to get in this good books, but Eastman is the key to turning down this whole city's liquor business. In fact, I think the speakeasy itself might be the main base. After we get a bit of information, we should set up a raid. I figured Mayor was powerful, but I had no idea he was running all of Cleveland. As he was right, obviously an apartment supposed to work with blah blah blah. Cool, His attempt to manipulate me on his side, yet it doesn't feel like it. Oi, Richter! Are you spacing out? Do you need more coffee? Yes! Snap back to reality! Sorry, Eminem. Greeted by a more curious Leslie staring at me quizzically. Is that how you say it? Quizzically? I can't say that word. No, I was just thinking, boss. We're just going about this wrong way. Wrong way. You have a different idea? Like, nah, he tilts his head aside, motioning for me to continue, like, what the fuck are you on about? Being enforced willing to listen to what is said of him to your partner. Well, let me keep talking to you, Usman. I'll get more details out of him, I promise. We shouldn't have thrown him in jail. Not yet. That's the eyes of someone who knows. Leslie stares at me in stunned silence. Does it really sound that strange? Did you hit your head on the hallway home last night, Richter? This is a mob boss we're talking here. He's dangerous, not in the line of those people. Not in line to be the next pope. Oh, okay, I gotta go on about the pope. Holy shit, there's so much to be to become a priest. Okay, priestman. You become a priest, you have to go to a church. You just move your life around. It's annoying to be a priest. Then you have to go up to cathedral, bishop, all this stuff, barons, and then the pope. One and only pope. Holy shit, it takes so long to get through that process. And for priesthood, it's just a pain in the ass. Like, you can't just be like a Sunday priest, like, oh yeah, I do this on the side. No. Once you're a priest, you get assigned to a fucking church or chapel. It's a commitment. Oh, God, fucking hell. Just because he hasn't killed you yet doesn't mean he won't. Once you've outlived your usefulness, have you thought about that? You're frustrated, skip the words that come to my mind, as much as I have to admit it. But the first thing that comes to mind. It's not a murder machine, Leslie. He's on one side who was born bad. Sure, most mobsters are ruthless bastards who are a lot less normal people. Mafia guys aren't some special breed evil to the rotten cores. Maybe he's a businessman. He's just using the law for profit. I know that. I'm not saying it like it's right. But after talking to him, spending most time with him, seems like a guy like any other. I'll be damned if I'll be putting for the old Highbinger, which is just like Rich Felker. Oops. Okay, again, look at that word. Oh well. It probably just means some fucking money guy. Money banks. I stays quiet, biting his bottom lip, nervous habit of avoiding my gaze for a time. I raised my voice at him, nor anyone else for that matter. I never raised my voice, okay, that's it. I instantly feel sheepish about it, but I don't think anyone suspects my change of heart. Opens his eyes with one hand gently sighs, a smile touches at the corner of his lips. He stands up from his desk, walking over with the what am I gonna do with you looks. Alright. I guess I'm not all that surprised. You've always been compassionate and honest, probably why you're a terrible liar. He pauses, reaching out to gently ruffle my hair. It's very case in his brow, but I think it's hard to believe in. Me, if you really think this man isn't just gonna screw us over, they'll be one of the useful somehow. I suppose I'm gonna go along with it for a little while at least. Boss. A little while, I said. Hey, what? I jump out of my chair and pull Leslie into a hug, tightly squeezing his wiry frame. He stiffens for a moment, but eventually wraps his arm around me too, softly patting my back. I sure hope you know what you're doing, Richter! If something ever happened to you, well, let's just say I have a hard enough time living with myself already. Why? Because you're so high maintenance? Exactly, you know how difficult to feed myself is very difficult, and having guilt on my shoulders won't help things. I'll be fine, boss, don't worry about me. As we pull apart, I gaze down into Leslie's face for a moment. He still doesn't look fully convinced, and it's probably perfectly reasonable you were paid to be suspicious. I'm leaning back, by the way, so that sounded weird, I think. I'll bring him around the idea eventually. If everything works out, he's open-minded. It's just, I think, given enough time. Except vegetables. Maybe. Maybe vegetables. No. After discussing things, but Leslie said unusual routine and paperwork, more calls. It flies by, but today seems especially long. At last, evening rolls in. When I head outside, I started before I even realize it. Welcome, sir. Please enjoy your night. Loud music rushes over me in a wave. A familiar sea of dancers, lights, and sparkling glasses. This place is starting to grow on me. To my surprise, I spot Mayor already standing at the bar, a cup of coffee in hand as he chats with the bartender. Should I go up to him? I don't want to come off as too strong. Maybe I should casually start up a conversation with someone else and wait for her. Nope. No. You don't think. You go. You just go for it, dog. You go full in. I'm not full send that shit. As I'm over my plan, Mayor grants gaze meets mine. He instantly breaks into a warm smile, beckoning me over. Phew. Oh, shit. There we go. I can't use my keyboard anymore, so I gotta use my mouse for everything. I wandered towards the bar and stepped beside him, clearing my throat to buy time as I figure out what to say. Well, it seems like my detective wandered back to me. Did your flock of officers decide to come along today, too? Nah, I left them at home with the sitter. Good. I can't tell how disappointed I was when they decided to interrupt. His suggestive, airy murmur sends a tingle down the back of my neck. At least I wasn't the only one who was disappointed. Yeah, well, I was looking forward to the rest of the cake. I'm afraid I enjoyed the rest of it myself. I was thinking I was thinking of it while... But I was thinking of you all the while. Does that make you feel any better? Not one bit. Mayor likes that one of the deep chuckles, low and comforting. It seems like his sly, evasive mask melts away for a split second whenever he smiles, betraying something vulnerable. Fuck! Vulnerable. I can't say that word. Fuck. Listen, Victor, if you prefer, we can always linger out here and talk. As always, I wanted to savor all of you in private. I'm more than happy just to enjoy your company, discussing whatever fights of fancy we have. I probably shouldn't have said that. I imagine my seductive air mystique is all but ruined for you now. No, I haven't even... Never mind. His leg lightly brushed against mine beneath the bar and out of sight. He's so bold, this guy. You can see how he got in this line of work, no doubt about that. Actually, I want to ask about more serious questions. Privacy might work better, just, as a precaution. Ah, of course. I have no doubt that your reasons are entirely... Ah! It's the cops! At that moment... The speakeasy door flies open and a small group of officers rush in. The screams echo through the parlor after music cuts off, but the cacophony quickly goes silent. Oh shit. The Eastman's men can't even reach their guns for the officers already aiming their own. What? And the head of the group stands Leslie. Richter! The second our eyes meet, he rushes over to me, hushing a sigh of relief. Releasing a sigh of relief. Thank God you're not hurt. I thought for sure that... We had an agreement, Leslie, didn't we? How can we just storm in here after that? Don't you trust me? I managed a choked accusation. Leslie just shakes his head, eyes narrowed. It's not about trust, Victor. It's not about that goat job. To hell with the information gathering. The thing I care about most is keeping you safe. Don't say that shit, man. Don't say that shit. You're too honest, too trusting. I can't even run around with people like... I can't let you run around with people like this, even for the sake of an investigation. He gestures at me angrily, apparently having been... Gets his identity already. Wow. I did not expect this. I also expected a different ending, which I had to go back. Okay. Whatever. Leslie was really that worried about me? I knew he was still concerned, but I didn't think he'd go this far. Man, who's been entirely silent this whole time, watches us with careful, measured expressions. With a carefully measured expression. How could he be so calm? He had no idea this was going to happen. He did, boy. You better know. Gentlemen, I believe there's some severe miscommunication. Please, Mr. Leslie, tell your men to lower the weapons, then we can discuss things calmly without the threat of an accidental bloodshed. Agreed? Leslie hesitates. Wait, I've already been through this. There's a strange, deep trust going on here, but I sense that... Okay, it's because I think you're ready for it. I don't fucking know. Understood. He signals the officers who slowly, reluctantly lower the weapons. I want to shoot some criminals. And the other side, I want to shoot some cops. Henderson is still far from calm. Oh no, the bad guys didn't even get to raise their fucking weapons. Okay. Huh. Let me say, Mr. I tend to say concern for your partner's safety, but you can see after my friend showed up in the night, I am struck with an idea. I think he was a detective before walking the door. Okay. I'm back there, that was. Don't get me wrong, I was enjoying every second of it. Okay. Tells me something about the I was intrigued, but I thought it was worth a deal. Last night was supposed to be the game of the deal, but it was coming so much I thought to myself, what harm could it be? Wait a little longer. Then when his living eyes set on me, I feel my heart skip a beep. Skip a beep. Beep, 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 beep. A beat. Maybe several. He invited me back to make a deal, but spiraled into something more because he enjoyed my company. So he really believed he wouldn't try to arrest you? It was calculated risk, of course. Mayor casually waves one hand. The way he kind of savrant, usually cold blood in French. Okay. Wax cool, composed, even tough circumstances. Kind of savrant. Sang-Freud. Even though surrounded by a lot of guns. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. I feel like I like to make big gambles, and usually they pay off. But I've done my research on your backgrounds, your past jobs. I knew you wouldn't raid my house for some cards. So it's just I thought they might. Rubs his cheeks, sort of laughingly, understanding everything just heard. I can't blame him. I knew Mayor was sharp. I didn't plan everything out. Okay, cool. Forgiveness, but saying sense more pressing anything else. Like, I think we've been through all this dialogue before. Mentioned a deal earlier. Nope. This is okay. No, this has been mentioned in a different way. Satisfied smirk curls on Mayor's face. The type of man wears when he won a game of cards. Why don't we discuss things privately on a neutral ground? I'll even let you pick the spot. Always disarmed with the. Oh. I'll even let you pick the spot. All of us disarmed with a few of our men waiting outside. A moment, if you don't mind. The guys will sleep and puts me aside and whispering in my ear. You really trust him for this? You understand suicide, but Mayor is only getting around of mad. It's like she's a big operation, not mafia leader. Cool, clearly baffled. Can we get to the ending, please? I want pizza. I want to eat. Yes, I'm having pizza again because why not? My thoughts exactly. Do you think we should hear him out then? Without hesitation, I nod. Maybe it's an incredibly stupid decision, but I can't myself all night. Oh, believe it last night. Well, I mean it's to an end. If you don't mind me saying, Miss Leslie, I gather you're to take precautions. Pops up early. So the two of you not show up in perfect health tomorrow, so now a big house in my hands. It's not a man, I assure you. I'll be fine. Boss! I'm free you have to bar for that information. It's great, just great. After the two of us on the tail, my main spot. Okay, cool. Can only imagine how tonight was. Okay. Cassette Love is said there. I hope this isn't part of where we got shot by a sniper through a window. And now, the ending, folks. The restaurant across the street wouldn't let my man inside, unfortunately. What a relief. The three of us strolled into our hotel room, still followed by the tense air from earlier. By the way, I'm going to up now because I'm going to have my button over like the Alt F4 key. Just so I can quickly exit out if it shows anything I cannot show on a stream. That's what I got my hand on the trigger. I got my hand off the trigger of ending the stream right quickly. Oh. Well, no point in wasting time, eh? Let's hear your proposal, Leastmen. We're listening. Of course. I'm sure you both are exceptionally busy men. We shift into a fairly close circle, close enough that we don't risk our voices carrying too far. Leslie stands near to my side, the mayor, almost protective in his stance. I don't know what he thinks he can do. If worst came to worst, I guess I could pick him up to use as a battering ram. Use your head. I don't want to use my head. Oh! Ow! I assume you're already aware of my influence in our city and the control I have in a large amount of business. But I'm not without competition. There are a number of smaller, persistent groups that are, well, less organized and are still significant. And as a result of my extensive network, I'm familiar with the motivations of these various outfits and their leaders across Cleveland. In English, that means you know what the other gangs are up to, right? Precisely, Richter. He winks at me almost like I've been let in some inside joke. I propose that I promise, propose that I offer a steady stream of that information to you, more than enough to fill my glasses. I gotta clean them real quick, because I just realized how much of a mess they were. Just wipe those off real quick. Okay. I'll actually give them a good wash down after stream. Oh, I can see everything now! Holy shit, I got a lot clearer in my vision. But surely, at least for the time being, you discover a new warehouse to raid every other week, one that coincidentally belongs to a different organization of my own. Funny enough how coincidence has happened like that. Leslie quips dryly, glancing between the mire and me. He gazes locks with mine for several seconds, one eyebrow raised. What do you make of this so far, kind of way? So what do you be wanting in exchange? A level of discretion on your part that will allow me to carry on with my business. Murmurs his terms rather naturally, blowing on his nails and polishing them. Like that, like I just did, without no one seeing. I really need a face cam sometime. I'll see it to it that my men keep their noses clean. After all, I'm interested in providing alcohol to customers, not filling the streets with bodies of my enemies. Very poetic. There's certainly more where that came from. He doesn't even make eye contact, instantly gazing in the other direction, but his tone is teasing enough to get the message across. Esley's eyes narrow a little at Mayer. Is he trying to read him, or has he already made up his mind? Believe me, I doubt that part of this conflicts with your sense of justice, detectives. After speaking with Richard, I wouldn't expect less. But you're both logical, practical men, try to see the situation in a more objective lens. It was a short pause, but an important one. Leslie, I doubt something gets what we're doing. If you took me to jail right now and by some miracle managed to convict me, someone else will only step up and take my place. This war on liquor will never really end. It never existed to begin with, and all Christians doing crime sort of industry, a more dangerous one. Yeah. So with that in mind, his dark green eyes flick from me to Leslie and back to me. Why not compose and make our employers happy in exchange for making the American people happy? Yeah, I remember in some cases speakeasies were so fucking common that people had to put the "This is a house" sign on their doors because people kept knocking on thinking they were speakeasies. That's how common speakeasies were. Yes, also, I'm saying a lot because I like saying the word speakeasy. Yeah, my speakeasies. A long silence falls over the room. Leslie rubs at his shoulders with one hand, staring at the floor with what deep, brooding expression I fall into my own complicated thoughts. I've always wanted to control crime, uphold the law, and fall asleep with a clean conscience every night. But when it comes to prohibition, the same question keeps resurfacing in my head. Is enforcing law really the right thing to do? Should we follow the federal orders? Blah, blah, blah. I steal a glance at Mayer. He returns my gaze with a gentle, calm smile, eyes glimmering curiously. Richter? Leslie turns to face me. Sorry, what the fuck's in my teeth? Holy shit, what the hell? Ah. Ah! Oh, Jesus. Jesus Christ. Sorry, I'm just stopped. Holy shit. Oh, it's blood. Why do I have blood in my teeth? Like dried blood. Why is it itchy? Ah, I swear I brushed my teeth last night. Fuck. Oh, sorry, folks. Anyway, fuck! 1 second, folks. I'm sorry. Alright. Alright. Leslie turns to face me, his features carefully composed and natural in the unusually neutral mask. Any thoughts? So I'm just clicking off my microphone and on again, just something was distracting me. This fucking teeth. God damn it. Deciding to let apparently crippling honesty speak for me, I take a deep breath. I don't think prohibition is meant to last. I take pride in my job, but I get nothing out of it enforcing Volston's middle finger to America. Snatching away hooch just to suit the Fed's fancy, that doesn't sit right with me. And as for Mayor, I think he's right, boss. With him or without him, the liquor business here will just keep going, and I'd rather someone like Mayor run it than some crew out for blood as much for profit. Yeah. Leslie chews on his lip. He's wavering on the brink of deciding something, but I can't tell which way he's leaning. Whatever decision you'll make, boss, I'll stand behind it. You can count on that. I know, Victor. That's why you're my partner. After a lengthy pause, Leslie finally breaks into a faint smile, turning his gaze from me to Mayor. Listen, I can't promise a deal will hold forever, Mayor. There's always a risk that someone will find out or will get moved into a different case. I'm well aware. So a few good things last forever. So good things last forever. Fuck! So few things good last forever. There we go. But that's more reason to enjoy them while they last, isn't it? I'll drink to that, alright. Suddenly takes a deep breath, sharp breaths, eyes flashing. Damn it sure feels good to spit in Volston's eye. That son of a bitch. And Mayor grabs Mayor's hand firmly and shakes it with determination. In fact, he seems so convinced that I may wonder how hard this decision really was for him. He wasn't really just pausing for dramatic effect back then, was he? You know, my sister got married last week and the reception was completely dry. Not a drop of booze in sight. Have you ever had to sit through a 15 wedding speeches completely sober? I've never prayed so hard for the rapture in my life. I said I haven't really truly been to a wedding, but yeah. Well, at least a wedding that I can remember. And that's the point. You're not supposed to remember it. You're supposed to drown out your feelings with exceptional amounts of booze. As his hand is pumped up and down by... excuse me. As his hand is pumped up and down by an enthusiastic Leslie, my Mayor breaks into a delighted laughter. Maybe the first time I've ever seen him laugh. Heard him so loud. Whether it's from amusement or relief, though I can't really tell. Well, this is the cause for celebration, gentlemen. Wouldn't you agree? Mayor steps up to the door, likely knocking 4 times. Seconds later, it's open slightly and someone discreetly hands out a bottle and several wine glasses. Is that? You had them bring it here? This wasn't a bit presumptuous? Oh, I only make bets I'm confident in. I have a feeling we're gonna get along just fine. They exchange playful glances, and their eyes slide over to me. Wait, hold up. Why am I suddenly feeling a rabbit spawned by a pair of lions? Hey, what are you? Before I know it, the two of them have taken my arms, pulling me over to the foot of the bed. Wait a minute, what the fuck? Like they're operating on some unspoken pact, they sandwich me between them before I can finish my protest. Shall we toast to the success of our new partnership? Don't mind if I do, you're a true gentleman after all, Mayor. Alright. Just couldn't hear that. And, of course, I'll toast to that. I have to be really gentle with these, because I'm really strong and I don't know it sometimes. I might break it because I feel like they're going to break right there. Leisurely holds out his glass and Mayor casually reaches over me to pour. Oh, what the hell happened to those hands? I don't blame him, it's heart to heart. It's hard to draw hands. And of course, we shouldn't forget the wonderful little detective who brought us together, should we? Well, it's really nothing. I humbly nominate him as our ambassador to keep composed and making sure our arrangement runs smoothly. That's actually not a bad idea. He can't lie to save his life, so it's better for him than undercover work, that's for sure. What the heck? I didn't agree to this, did I? Hello? Agree, Richter, please. You're merely continuing the role you already have. You heard the man, Richter. Ambassador's a great sounding title, too. I'm jealous. I don't like they're both looking at me. I'm worried. Very funny, you fellas. You're a real riot. As I grumble to myself, watching the deep ruby liquid flow into Leslie's glass, my mind begins to picture how the other deals like this will take place while Prohibition goes on. It's already changed our country forever, changed us as Americans forever, though I doubt we'll understand the full scale of it for many, many years. But when I thought about all the detectives and officers who will one day reach the same conclusions as us, I have to wonder, just how much longer will this dry America last? Not that long, folks. Not that long. I think it's perfectly fair to keep him 4 days a week with me. 4 days, you greedy bastard, trying to monopolize him, eh? Can I just look at his face? What the fuck? I turned back into a good-natured argument, one that seems to about, what if we share him for 1 day? Surely a reasonable man like yourself would agree to that. Sharing him for a day, eh? You know, I think that can be arranged. What the hell kind of a conversation are you two? I like to imagine he's zoned back in and he looks between the two of them. The fuck are you on about? Never mind. Just like, yeah, you're stuck with this bastard. I let us just stay on the screen for a little bit. Because, oh, this has been a roller coaster. Alright. The Prohibition. From 1920 to 1933. And we got the last achievement, a noble experiment. Which, I'm pretty sure is a threesome, so. Great. It's not in the guide anyway, it was a question mark though, I have no idea, so that's fun. The CGs, which are just custom graphics, pretty sure. But holy shit, proofreading. I think they need to get another proofreader, because some of them were actually wrong sentences, but I just kept reading through them because I can't read myself. So yeah, and patrons who have supported us. The man is an island entire by itself. Every man is a piece of a continent. I'm part of the main. John Donne. Oh, that was fun. Actually was. It was kind of fun, but then I was looking at like a little guide for a good portion of it. But yeah, it was still... It's good. Yep, that was your dry delight. I thought that would be like 4 hours at least, and I couldn't defeat. Nope, I defeated the game. I beat the game. There we go. Holy. Okay, extra. Give me some extra shit. Yep. 3 CGs. That's it. Well. Goddamn. Holy shit. There's a lot of words here. I think I didn't even realize that. I didn't even notice that one. Looking for creator case. Damn. So, fucking hell. Right, I'm gonna have to hop on to the fucking alternate because I gotta check out what Draftneer did. So, hold on. Is that literally it? Oh, this is a lot shorter game than I thought it was. Alright, so Panzer Hearts is tomorrow. Yay. I'm sorry if I don't sound that fucking happy. It's just... Oh god. I have bad memories of that game, and if it stream goes horribly, I'm gonna flip a desk. And it'll be the one I'm sitting on. No, on the playset. I can't just say the music is fucking jamming. Hold on. Alright. Anyway. Okay. That was good. Oh god, there's gonna be a lot of clips that I'm gonna regret in the future on Twitch and most likely on YouTube forever. So, thank you for everyone who's watched this or watched the stream, VOD, or anything else, because this was, oh dear god, was this a spoof? It's crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna go on the Ultimate SMP, check out those guys. I don't think any of them are streaming. I do not know, but oh well. Anyway, I'm going to end the stream, so I'll see you tomorrow for Panzer Hearts, and Friday will be probably a podcast episode or something else maybe. We'll find out because I do not think I'll do an alternate stream then because I need to figure out how to actually move around and do stuff. Anyway, I'll have to fill some things in OBS. There'll be tomorrow will also be a test stream for OBS settings. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna now actually put the ending stream up. Stream. Fucking I drank too much. Goodbye, people. Be good people as well, and see you tomorrow. Bye.